Look, thank you everybody for coming on such a short notice. Now, as you know, there are certain issues that we need to address. In these folders is a brief summary of everything we will be going over this evening. Because look, I got the keys to the city, I did this shit all on my own. Now I'm rocking with committees, I'm all in my bag, now everything litty. I'm spreading love and positivity, even if you ain't with me. I'm strictly about making these power moves. Conscious minds all in one room, so designed for the throne too. Ever since I came out of the fucking womb, I knew I was destined for greatness. Never been the type to be complacent. I had to go get out the basement, went through trials and tribulations. I made my own lane out the mud, now everybody showing fake love. Crazy how they all talking shit, but at my shows they all applaud. I don't got time for what people think, like coming from your mouth it probably stinks. Like always the type to investigate, trying to eat off everybody else's plate. Like I don't got time I can dedicate, I'm trying to acquire and elevate. Smoking my weed as I meditate, to consciously put me in a better state. Always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it, we know you gon' hear us. Always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it.
We know you gon' hear us, they never come near us. They stuck in the mirror, conceited they fear us. Listen, when I'm talking, I'm different than others. Carbon copies morphing after one another. Now I'm on a different plane, I'm in the wrong dimension. I'm from the east that I forget to mention. I look up to Nas and study the Illmatic. Born in 94, my parents had bad habits. Now I'm a renegade, psychological hand grenade. People speaking out on my name, don't see nobody in my lane. Tell me how you feel, yeah, I think that you should heal. Why you hating from the sidelines, I'm the rookie of the year. What I spit on beats is hot and them other girls I am not. I ain't tripping, slipping, letting anyone come and get my spot. Don't you take my time for granted, think you should let it go. Yeah, just mind your own business and puff that indigo. And tell them always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it, we know you gon' hear us. Always keep it real and never ever give your bread up. Watch who you be dealing with, cause they just want your leverage. Niggas ain't with you, you can see in their expressions. Ain't no need to talk about it, we know you gon' hear us.
It's your boy Alonso.
And I'm AshtheArtist.
And we're here with CKG Sound, bringing you MVDs, music videos, interviews. What else we got?
We got brand new music coming from people. We got some funny stuff. We got some serious stuff. We got a little bit of everything.
We got some new merch in the house.
We got new merchandise, okay? We
Okay.
lit tonight. We lit. So listen, shout out to everybody viewing at home right now on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who's supporting and who's here in the audience with us in person. Round of applause for the live audience. All right, so here's CKG Sound. We got a lot of great things coming for y'all right after these sponsors.
Let's get it.
It seems smart enough to be elusive. You get bit by a tick and it enters your blood. And somehow, within 24 hours, it's disappeared. This little thing is like a Houdini. I just can't fathom that.
Really good question. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer, but what I'm seeing is it pretends to us that it's something else. It pretends to us that I got a headache. It pretends to us I got a sinus infection. It pretends to us we've got a gallbladder problem.
Lyme disease often presents with neurological symptoms, behavioral changes, attention deficit disorder, headaches, seizures can happen, personality changes, learning disorders, so trouble in school, trouble learning, trouble retaining information.
We have a problem here. It's probably lying.
When you have potentially 2 million people by the end of 2021 dealing with a disease, wouldn't you try to find out what the cause of that 2 million people suffering is and go out and try to catch it or fix it or kill it?
Mr. Speaker, I rise in very strong support today of the tick-borne disease research accountability to address the gaps, and I mean the huge gaps that exist and the great unmet need in the Lyme community.
It's big. It's frightening how big it is.
It's a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces.
The bullshit affecting my mood. I need me a blunt and a stack of them blues. If they want war, it don't come with a truce. They crack and smack and stack on them blues. The bullshit affecting my mood. I need me a blunt and a stack of them blues. If they want war, it don't come with a truce. We crack and smack and stack on them blues.
Let's give it up for our sponsors.
Shout out all of our sponsors.
Yes. Shout out to Too Hot Too Heavy. Shout out to Lyme's documentary coming out. Right? It's coming out. When is it coming out?
It's coming out later this year.
Okay.
It's called I'm Not Crazy, I'm Sick. It's all about Lyme disease.
Yes. And shout out to Taste My Jiggy with the sodas. Okay,
Yes,
let's
shout out
get
to
it.
Tay.
If you haven't tried them yet, go get yours.
Yes, and if anybody's ever interested in submitting something for the sponsor section, please hit us up. Send us an email, and we're about to hop right into the music news.
All right, let's get it. Welcome everybody to CKG Sound Music News.
Yes, let's begin. So tonight's first story, we're going to be covering Mr. Snoop Dogg. All right, so Snoop is out here making huge moves, y'all. He actually just acquired Death Row Records brand. So not the underlying music rights, but he just acquired the brand from MNRK Music Group. So MNRK purchased the rights to the label for $4 billion from Hasbro in 2019.
Hasbro, is that like a toy company or something?
Right, Hasbro owns
Right?
Death Row Records. Is that what you're saying?
Right? Wasn't it like a toy company or something?
Yeah, Hasbro. Didn't they do like what, Monopoly or Life, something like that?
Wow.
Now they out here with Shug.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yo, that shows. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. And I was
ahead.
gonna say, they made a comment about how he did not get the underlying music rights though.
Right. So don't get it twisted. Like people think like he owns Death Row Records and he owns all the rights to his music or whatever. Like, nah, it's not the case. Like he owns a part of the label now. You know what I mean? So he's making his percentage and stuff. So that doesn't mean he has the rights to his music that he made with that label back in the day and stuff.
Which is crazy because it's like it's Snoop Dogg. You would think he getting paid, but it's like he's still getting paid. Don't get me wrong. But I remember seeing an interview of his, and he literally was like, "I don't get paid off of any of that old stuff, like Doggy Dog, all that stuff. He don't get paid like for that." So that's crazy though. But shout out to him for getting that little ownership.
Right, and he went on and said he went on to say that it feels good to have ownership over the label. He was a part of it at the beginning of his career, and as one of the founding members, he said, Death Row will be an NFT label, and that's another whole thing too. That's like, you know what I mean? What? Yeah, creating an NFT like record or label or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't even. That's crazy.
Why don't you explain a little bit about like what an NFT is for anybody who might not know?
Right. So an NFT is a non-fungible token, which pretty much means that it's like one of a kind, right? So it's like if somebody were to purchase it and stuff, nobody else could have like, that access to that piece of artwork or like music or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's art. You feel me? So to be able to create an NFT label, like, I don't know, I feel like that's taking it to a whole new level. Like, you feel me? Like, that's kind of like pulling in the record labels back in, because, like, you know, we talked for a while how, you know, nowadays, like, you don't really need record labels and all that stuff, like, because everything is so digital and you can literally just, like, you know, hit people up and get stuff done. But it's like now they're doing this whole NFT label, and it's like, you know, people are saying that cryptocurrency, NFTs, all this stuff is going to be like the next wave, or to boost us or whatever. And so, you know what I mean? For them to be able to do that, it's like, I feel like they're trying to get, like, you know, back into the pockets of the record labels. Like, they're trying to get it back into their corner. You feel me?
Right,
like,
right.
I feel like eventually it's going to be beneficial for them, but not necessarily like the artists. You know what I mean? Well, how do you guys feel about that?
What y'all think
or if
about
you
that?
guys have any knowledge about NFTs or anything like that? Try to speak loud too, because we have the mic and stuff. You guys want to say something?
I just know that if you buy it, you can't share it. You have to sell it. It's from what I heard. Like, it's not something you can just transfer like through email or something. Like somebody got to buy it from you
through some type of account,
right? Yeah.
Overseas, or you know what I mean, like any of those like platforms and stuff. So yeah, that's what do you think about it?
So actually, I think it's going to put more rights into the artist's hands.
Yeah.
Really?
Because since I work in the electronic space, the
Right.
actual first artist to sell a track as an NFT was Justin Blau, and he sold it for over $1 million. He was independent of a label. He actually spearheaded, which is now this NFT movement for records. And it creates, you got to think about it this way. The best example is, look at what Supreme did. They created a level of exclusivity that people were literally waiting 5 hours in line for to get a sneaker drop. Or they would have, you know, running bots to try to get their drop. And if there's only going to be one person that gets a track in the world, you think they're not going to buy it for $1, $2, $3, $4 million?
Right. And I've also seen another thing. I've seen an article where like some companies being sued because pretty much like people are taking like artists' songs and dropping them as NFTs without the artist's permission. And it's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? It's like the fact that people are even trying to do that is like, that's absurd. And I feel like he said eventually they're going to create a system or something that's going to be more beneficial. Like, it's time that us artists get, you know, what we deserve, you know, for like our music and stuff like that. And like he said, I feel like in a way, you know, the NFT could either help that or not, you know what I mean? Just depending on who's like taking the initiative, you know, to run all that. So yeah, I think that's interesting.
It's definitely an interesting conversation, and it's just like wild. We're in this digital age right now.
You got the metaverse. You got people trying to do all this crazy stuff. Like, eventually, this won't be a thing. You know what I mean? If people want to continue doing this whole metaverse thing, and like I said, in a way, for me, it's like it's cool and stuff, that metaverse stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like disconnecting you from spirit. You feel me? Because like. You know, like all these interactions that we're having face to face and stuff, like this is genuine. You feel me? And it's like now we're wearing Oculuses and we got these things and we sit here like
you're at home by yourself,
right? Like we could do this whole CKG in a metaverse, but it wouldn't be the same. You feel me? Like the energy, like, and I'm the type of person I like sensing and feeling like the energy around me and stuff. So it's like, it's crazy. This world's crazy.
But Snoop's on it, you know what I'm saying? Snoop's he's recognizes the shift and this wave.
And the fact that he's one of like the pioneers in the music industry, and like, you know what I mean? Like people say, oh, because he's an old head and he can't keep up with the crypto and this and that. But like he's literally about to start an NFT label. You feel me? So it's like it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever. For real, like you can do whatever. Just put your mind to it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to you, Snoop.
Keep doing your
thing.
Shout out to Snoop.
And, you know, the world's definitely watching to see what you do next. So.
Yes. We're all interested to see what's up.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the next topic.
All right, so our next topic is going to be the Super Bowl. So pretty much, you know, everybody thought it was an awesome Super Bowl. People said it was one of the best performances and stuff. But also there was a lot of controversy. A lot of people were saying, like, you know what I mean, that one of the things they were saying is that the NFL told Eminem that they didn't want him kneeling, like, during his performance and stuff like that. Like, they said it was too controversial and political and just stuff like that. So they told him not to do it, but he did it instead. They also told Dre not to say the certain lyrics of "Still Not Loving Police," because they also thought that would create some type of, like, you know, situation between the people and the police, and especially in California, you know what I mean? So it's like, so they told him not to use those words, but he went and did it anyways, you know what I mean? Snoop Dogg, they told him that he couldn't rep his affiliation, and so he couldn't wear his bandana. So what did he do? He made his whole outfit, you know what I mean? And threw some yellow to be like, hey, the Rams, you know what I mean? Like, and then, so Kendrick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, all the artists was talking. Kendrick, he actually dedicated his performance to Dr. Dre. I thought it was pretty cool that on this roster, Kendrick was the more, modern artist. And I mean, he stood right up with them and had classics too, you know what I mean? Yeah. And another thing, Mary J. Blige, of course, we got a comment on something she said. She was just like how she loves the fact that she's respected by her male peers like that. She said that she's always been respected like that. She's never had a problem with any of her male peers being the only female performer at the halftime show. So I thought that was pretty cool because it's like, yeah, it's a lot being a female artist, you know what I mean? And like for her to just go up there and hold it down, you feel me? And like represent, it's like, that's big love and respect.
And honestly, I didn't expect, like, when it first came out that they were saying that they were going to perform and stuff, I didn't expect Mary J. Blige to like be on that. And not because like she's not good or anything like that. It's just like, just with the way everything is right now, you know what I mean? I feel like people would have chose something more modern or something, but it's like, it's cool that they brought that back.
Some truth, like.
Yeah, like even 50 Cent was out there and stuff. They brought him out there. And
oh, yeah, 50. I ain't gonna get in this too much, but y'all already laughing. Like, the internet, you know how they are. They ain't gonna miss a single beat.
Nah.
So, but shout out to 50 Cent, because regardless of what the memes are saying, my man's is still paid. Power's still popping.
My man's was upside down, still performing.
Right.
Jumped off and still did his thing at whatever age, you know what I mean? So, yo, shout out to 50, yo.
Yes. Yo, we got some comments coming in.
All right, what they saying?
S. Nicole said the Bengals should have won. We got S. Nicole, she also said might as well say that it was a tribute to LA.
Yeah. You know facts. And that was going off of that real quick. People were saying that Eminem taking the knee, right? They was like, oh, he's doing it because of Colin Kaepernick and stuff like that. But in actuality, people were saying that he did it out of respect for Tupac. You know what I mean? So it's like, people take it how they want, you know what I mean? They see him kneel, oh, it's Kaepernick, especially because it's football, you know what I mean? And then politics and all that. But at the end of the day, he said he did that out of respect for, you know what I mean, Tupac. And even when they finished their performance, him and Dre both kind of like looked up to the sky, was like, you know what I mean? Like kind of giving him that shout out. So.
See, it's crazy. There's so much conflicting like resources out there too. Because I read exactly what you said, but I also read that it was all planned. I read that they was like, we knew Eminem was gonna do that kneeling. You know what I mean? Like, but that could just be someone trying to be like, oh, we're not that surprised. Like,
I mean, look, we can get deep into it too. Like, okay, there's that controversy, right? And then there's that other controversy. People were saying that like they seen how Dr. Dre at the end threw up the little symbol at the end, and you know how everybody talks about the Illuminati and all that whatever stuff. You know what I mean? And then so like,
did he? I didn't even see that part.
Yeah, it was quick.
I didn't see the very end.
Yeah, he was literally like, and then he was like, all right, we out. I did what I had to do. You know what I mean? And then so yeah.
Hey, but ain't nothing new under the sun. No?
Right, but even when I was watching it, right, when I watched the performance and I seen how like Dre and Snoop Dogg were like on top, right, and then they was like, they look down and you see 50 Cent in reverse, you feel me? That's like as above, so below, you feel me? It's the reflection of each other, you feel me? So it's like, when I seen that, I was like, you know what I mean? And it's like, maybe that's why they had him hanging upside down like that, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, another conspiracy or idea we heard or read was about the Elon Musk thing. You know what I mean? How the setup of the halftime show, I don't know if y'all seen the kind of like the way the houses was set up, and then there's these new houses now that Elon Musk is pushing that are real similar. It's like simple living, minimalist living, but it's like a smart house or something. So there's a lot of different stories and things out there on it.
Yeah, and like even like the city that was in his hand and stuff like that, he was pretty much saying like that, like they have control over us, you feel me, type, like, you know what I mean? And that's why they had like the dudes dressed up like prisoners doing the crip walk, and like, you know what I mean, because it was deep. It's like, you really watch that and you really look at all the angles of it and stuff, it's a lot.
I mean, and I have to
right, straight up.
Right, and I have to say, and it's kind of the last thing I'm gonna say on it is like, go back and look at the other performances. You know what I mean? I feel like You know what I mean? Like, without saying it, it's like, what kind of energy do you get from these performances? You know what I mean? And then compared to this one, it just felt a little different. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna say on that.
I got a comment about that. So I interpreted it differently. I interpreted it as it was a nod to Southern California. And, you know, if you look at, especially, I mean, the buildings were a little off, but if you go to parts of Southern California, a lot of the housing is very flat style living. Like the houses are flat, straight across.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was a lot of racial injustice in Southern California for the past how many decades with police and
still going on.
So that's why you have the prisoners, and then you're showcasing that you put Snoop, you put Dre up top, and it's shown that, you know, now we run this city.
Wow.
So I interpreted it as that they're taking back their city because it was one of the first halftime shows, if not the only halftime show, which was all hip hop based.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we took it back. That's the way I view it. Wow.
What are you guys' opinions?
Right.
I don't watch football either. I just wanted to watch the performance, the Super Bowl, the halftime. And I was
I missed the whole thing.
I'm gonna say after, like, honestly, after that whole deflate 8 months, you feel me? Like, it was that, and then you feel me? A couple games, you feel me? Watch, like, I'm a Colts fan.
Me too. I'm a
Colts. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it's me as a football player. You feel me? Being in situations where refs aren't making certain calls. You feel me? I can tell when a certain shit's rigged.
Right. And like I said, it's not football no more. At that time, it's politics. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I feel that.
Personally, I like what Dre did with the whole representation of Southern California, because like he said, they said it was like the first hip hop Super Bowl ever, and that just seems like improbable.
Yeah.
So they could be on like Super Bowl was like 55, and this is the first hip hop show that they've ever had.
I mean,
yeah. And the way that like they demonstrated it to the people, like it was just so raw and real. You know what I mean? It was like they weren't sugarcoating nothing. It was just telling people, look, this is what it is. This, you know what I mean? It's the lifestyle we got to deal with, and it's just like showing people a new perspective. You feel me? Because it's like not everybody lives the same lifestyle. Not everybody does the same stuff. You feel me? So it's like just being aware of that perspective and just understanding that somebody might be going through something that they have to go through because of the situation that they living in and stuff like that. And it's like other people got choices, but at the end of the day, we all got a choice. You feel me? So it's like it's all about what you do.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like, you know, it's like there's a lot of things that's happening, like where we finally, as far as like black culture and Hispanic culture, like finally getting they shine for their contribution to America's culture. Like for a long time, they would only be acting like what the white folks have done was like America, like it's American. You know what I'm saying? It's like now they starting to put it out there like this is American too. Like it all go together.
Yeah, straight up.
The truth always comes out, man.
Right.
It really is. No, thank y'all so much for all the interaction. Like I said, this was great.
What they saying on there?
I gotta catch y'all up with all the comments, y'all. So we got the Bengals should have won. We got might as well said that already. So many people lost bets because of this. Yeah. They lost at least $100 to $500.
Yeah.
Nikita said, "I love Mary. I need deets on her outfit." Zay Run You said, yo, what's up? People were saying hi, and then V Rickles said, yo, Taz is my uncle.
That's what's up. Well, your uncle gonna be on later, so tune in.
All right, y'all. Well, that hops us into our next topic.
All right.
Riri.
Okay.
Hold up. Is that a little bun in the oven? Little Riri bun? Okay. So, Rihanna is pregnant,
I know a lot of people probably mad.
So I've seen
the memes of Drake and stuff.
I've seen gifs of people crying, like, you know what I'm saying? So Rihanna is 33 and she is now pregnant and expecting her first baby with rapper A$AP Rocky. So Rihanna said, "You don't have a lot of time to tolerate shit, you know? You put so much on your plate. When you're overwhelmed, you need to start cutting things out. And I'm overwhelmed too much," she said at the time. "What's happening now is I'm going back to black and white. My gray area is shutting down." So, like, Rihanna is just on this whole new level right now, and like I think she's just literally glowing. Like she said, forget maternity clothes. She's like, I'm rocking what I'm rocking, and like honestly, I think it's beautiful for real. Like
her outfits be
fire.
I never seen that before.
And the way she said that, like how, you know what I mean, I'm going back to the black and white.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, like I'm shutting that whole gray area. It's shutting down. Like I think that's fire, because like I feel like as an artist and like for people, like we go through that a lot where we get stuck in those gray areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to like determine what is our next move or what we're trying to do, because you know what I mean, we got all this stuff going on, and it's like we don't have time to focus. But then at the end of the day, all that other stuff don't even really matter. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
100%. And like Rihanna is a artist entrepreneur for real. It's like her fans be on her like, "Where's your music? Where's your music?" It's like Rihanna don't got to drop a song
making money
again.
off
like,
off the makeup and
off
stuff.
makeup, lingerie, like beauty. There's skincare. Like there's so much that she does. So yeah, shout out to her.
And it's crazy because like, you know, she started most of all of this because she was an artist. You know what I mean? And that shows like, you know, being an artist is not just means you're making music, you're putting it out and that's it. Nah, that means you're a hustler. That means you're an entrepreneur. That means that you're trying to, you know, take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way. You know what I mean? Create opportunities out of nothing. You know what I mean? You be the key to the door. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, like I relate to like, you know, what she says about that, you know what I mean, getting out of that gray area and finding that black and white and just being able to focus on like, okay, this is what I got to do for myself, because if I can't do this for myself, then I can't help anybody else around me. You know what I mean? If I can't help myself.
Big facts. Somebody online said S. Nicole said she deserves it. Just like Nicki Minaj, it's time for them to settle down and live their lives. They gave so much to the game.
Right, right. Just off that. She was 16.
Right. Literally, like a whole different life, and she came to entertain y'all. Like. You all good.
And look, going like he just gave me this hoodie today too. You know what I mean? So it's like it's all about the legacy that you want to create. You feel me? Like it's crazy.
Yes.
So, going off of all that, right? She said, you know, I will want and I want to live differently. Saying that within the next 10 years, she sees herself having 3 or 4 more children, whether she has a partner or not. She said, I feel like society makes me want to feel like, oh, you got it wrong, and they diminish you as a mother if there's no dad in your kids' lives, said Rihanna. But the only thing that matters is happiness. That's the only healthy relationship between a parent and a child. That's the only thing that can raise a child truly, you know what I mean, is love. Like, raising a child is through love, you know what I mean? That's the only way. It's like, and me being a father, like I have 2 kids, you know what I mean? So it's like, I resonate with that too, you know what I mean? And it's like I said, nothing else really matters. It's about what you're trying to do, what legacy you're trying to leave behind to your kids, to your family, to whatever, you know what I mean? Your cat, your dog, whatever, you know what I mean? It's a legacy you trying to leave, like.
Yeah, and like everybody deserves that. I feel like you going back to the gray area thing. I feel like artists like live in that place, that gray area of constantly building and rebuilding and content and trying to be perfect and trying to mix and master this thing right. And it's like, yo, you just gotta live sometimes, because like if you don't take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, then like you're not gonna be here in the future to do all that worrying. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. It's easier said than done. We're human. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
But you know,
but it's like we were talking earlier, you know what I mean, you and me in the car. It's like when I'm talking to y'all, I feel like I'm talking to myself. You know what I mean? So it's like we take, like, I'm saying this to y'all, but I'm taking this in my head like, okay, you know what I mean? This is what I gotta do type shit. So
yeah, because at the end of the day, there's a collective conscious, and like, you know, that's why I just want to make an emphasis that like Rihanna like is super influential. So like her shedding this positivity and love to the world is definitely noticed. So shout out to you, Rihanna.
And especially because we live in a society right now where they don't want to see families. They don't want to see, you know what I mean, people happy and just living life, you know what I mean, how they want, because they're not living that lifestyle or they weren't a part of that, you know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, it's a lot.
Gotta let y'all know what the comments are saying. So we got some jokes. Well, somebody said watch ASAP cheats and then gets put on child support. It's a classic. They speak.
Let's hope not. talking about the GQ joint? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. But
I feel like he was telling the truth. I feel
he looks really genuine, y'all. So I'm just saying, I don't know.
And it's like, yeah, like you said too, like I did read something like that where he said like, you know, he's seen her or whatever, and like, you know, they met and stuff, and he just knew, like he just knew like that something that was gonna happen was gonna be a part of her life. And honestly, I can relate to that too, because like with me and my girl, my situation and stuff, it's like when I first met her, like, you know what I mean, randomly and stuff, like I literally looked at her and I was like, I knew like she was gonna be a part of my, like I was like, she's already my girlfriend. She's already, you know what I mean? We're already together. She just don't know it yet. Hit us up like I found her. I swear, because like something in me like was just telling me like, you know what I mean? And it's like, don't deny that either, you know what I mean? Like, so follow your instinct and shit, because like I said, now I got two beautiful boys. They at home watching the podcast right now with my girl. Right. Shout out to my boy Makai and Andres and my girl Nikita. I love y'all, you know what I mean? And yeah.
Oh, that was sweet. Sweet little family. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to the fam. Now that's love.
Yes.
All right, y'all. We got a couple more comments. They said, "Yo, Taz is my uncle," and then another person said, "Taz my brother, y'all tripping." And then someone, Go Monkey said, "Yo, Taz, my cake ready?" They loving Taz in the comments, yo. Yeah, y'all be hearing from Taz a little later in the evening. So, all right, so let's go ahead and hit into our next and final topic.
Yes.
Kodak Black.
Oh man. Yeah, as
He's
y'all
going
know.
through some things right now.
I'm going through it.
So Kodak Black was seen checking out of hospital in LA on Monday after he was shot outside of Justin Bieber's after party in West Hollywood in the early hours of Saturday, February 12th.
Yeah, they said like 10 shots were fired. They said 4 people were hit, and out of the one, Kodak was one of the people to get hit and stuff. And even just one day after suffering like a bullet shot and stuff, Kodak Black confirmed his attendance at the Super Bowl on Sunday. So, you know what I mean? Like, regardless of his situation, he still went and did his thing, you know what I mean?
He confirmed his attendance.
Yeah.
Shit, if I got that ticket for that price, I'd be confirming my attendance too. From the hospital bed, like I'm gonna be there. Like.
Look, let's talk about that real quick, right? Because like I think the cheapest ticket for a Super Bowl ticket was what, $6,000? $4,000 for the cheapest ticket. The most expensive was like what, $100,000? That's like Kanye West with the mass seats.
Right.
You know what I mean? He couldn't even see, and he paying $100,000 just to go sit in that seat. And we in the middle of a pandemic, and we got no money in this world. You tell me, you know what I mean? You telling me that?
That's the 1%.
You telling me we can't get ours? You telling me we gotta struggle? You feel me? Yeah,
like,
man.
They paid their dancers for that, like minimum wage, and they had to fight for that.
Minimum wage?
The dancers for they were actually not going to pay them, and they asked them to do it voluntarily.
What?
No, it was like 60 hours for the week, and they asked if they would all do it voluntarily.
They got me fucked up.
They had a whole
completely
protest just
fucked
to get
up.
minimum wage.
Oh nah.
Yeah, that's wild.
But ain't nobody talking about that because
nobody's talking about that.
Because it's football, man.
Right.
I mean, I think there's even a bigger theme. I mean, look at the prices of the Super Bowl. I was supposed to go, and I was going to get a free ticket.
Right.
The one time I don't end up going on a tour date. But no. The one thing people don't talk about is, I mean, look at that, but look at how much companies. They say we have hyperinflation right now. We're looking at a lot of issues with brands, but brands are still spending $4 million for a 10-second advertisement.
Yeah.
Sorry, 30-second advertisement in the Super Bowl. So if you're saving up money for that, I mean, brands are. I mean, a lot of these companies have fired so many people, claiming that COVID has negatively impacted their business, which is true to a degree. But if you can afford to spend $4 to $8 million for a minute commercial at the Super Bowl. I mean, it doesn't seem like you're hurt.
Right, I'm gonna say you ain't tripping at all.
Oh my! Spending that much money for not even the guaranteed business in return. Like they spending that much money on the possibility that somebody gonna buy their brand because they saw a commercial. You know what I'm saying? They spend that much money off of a possibility that somebody gonna buy, not a guarantee.
It's different if we were kids too. Because that's kind of like the tactic that they use for children. Like, oh, commercials, something that the kids will love.
And I don't know if y'all saw the commercial on the Super Bowl, but it was like an NFT commercial and stuff, and it was pretty much like it was the most absurd shit I've ever seen.
He was eating Cheetos, just
like a slob, like he's in his house, like no shirt, he's like
literally
dirty as hell. He's saying you're eating Cheetos and
wiping
shit,
his hands.
and then he gets like a notification from like Discord or whatever like his crypto is like popping and shit. So he's like. He gets on his computer and everything's his room's a mess and everything, but this dude just made millions of fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So like, just seeing a commercial like that,
showing it, like
the way they portraying it, like
you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't gotta do shit. Like,
you don't even wash your ass.
Like,
you got it.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
And that's the problem and that's why I don't get why companies spend so much money, because if you look at the way consumers view Super Bowl commercials, they're not looking to buy anything. For the most part, they're looking to see what's the funniest one.
Yeah.
Right. Like I've never bought something off of a humor aspect. Like if I'm gonna compare apples to oranges, I'm not gonna buy something in the middle.
Yeah. So and like me and Ashley, that commercial popped up on YouTube while we was just chilling and stuff. And we literally sat there and watched the whole damn thing.
Right.
Cause I'm like, what? I'm like, what is the fucking meaning behind this shit? Like, I'm like, and he's just sitting there like a slob, like just wiping all over himself and like just not giving a fuck about nothing. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
It was like 8 crypto commercials in the Super Bowl. Like, one crypto commercial. I'm like, all right, I get it. But it was like almost every other one.
Of course,
yeah. Because they was pushing it hard.
I think they had LeBron did one too, right?
Yeah. LeBron.
That one I didn't like that one at all, just because he's like sitting there talking to his younger self, talking about the legacy. You got to do what you need to do to make an impact. Go take that chance, and then it just goes crypto.com.
Right. Wait, that was him to his younger self. Yeah. I thought that was his son. I missed the message.
I think it was like a CGI version of himself.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. It was crypto.
Right.
Yeah, and he was like looking at the poster and he's like, should I do it? Should I join the NBA? And then like he looks at the actual LeBron and he's like, you won't make an impact unless you take a chance. And then it, like literally crypto.com pops up on the screen. I was like, that's borderline propaganda.
Yo, I seen this meme on TikTok where this dude was like, he was like, I'm gonna sell my car right now and quit my job pretty much and take all the money that I have and invest it into crypto. And he did that, and then he said he literally went broke, and he said he ended up going back to his job just with no car now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, shit.
Because they got those commercials where it's like, oh, yo, I just made $1 million off my crypto, and then the next second it was like, oh, I just lost $1 million.
Right.
That's a heart attack, bro. It's like, whoo.
Yeah, highs and lows.
Right.
Yeah, also, it's if you're finding out about something through a commercial, you're already too late.
Wow. Right.
You're already too late.
Say that again.
That's a big note right there.
That's facts. Yeah. And if anybody doesn't know, that voice that's not on camera right now, this is a tour manager for Katusa, one of our business partners, Dylan Nichols. So anytime he's adding something, definitely listen up because it's definitely free game for sure.
He's done shit with like Wiz Khalifa, Steve Aoki,
Chainsmokers, Smucker's Jelly.
Smucker's Jelly, right? Literally. We all know that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother interview, another day. But
yes.
Shout out to Dylan. And let's talk about the comments, what they saying. So Nikita commented and said, this for you. She said, boy was shy as AF around me. LOL, love you. And then Reckless said, super gremlin. Devin Brown said had to come through, show support. Reckless said, man, Kodak been chilling for real. It was no point in someone trying to do that. Facts.
I think it was literally like people got into a scuffle, somebody pulled a gun out, shot, and you know what I mean?
Wrong place, wrong time,
right.
At a Justin Bieber party. Right.
Justin Bieber probably inside the house looking out the window like,
oh, that's crazy, man. Like, literally.
That's crazy, bro.
Psycho said clutch. Alex said hi. And yeah, that's it for the comments. So I think we're good on the news then. That was pretty.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
All
we
right,
got deep.
Yeah, that's the end of our MVDs.
Yes. All right, so that is going to bring us into our next segment, which is the MVDs.
All right, so you want to let them know what's up with the MVDs and stuff real quick?
Yes. All right, y'all. So this new segment, and shout out to Dip and Too Hot Too Heavy for always keeping the backgrounds fresh and popping. Yes, round of applause. So, Hot or Not segment, MVDs, what we do is we get submissions from brand new music videos that just dropped. And what we do is we ask for your opinions. So the audience, everybody has a hot or not sign. So basically, if you think the song is hot, you can hold up the hot sign. And if you think it's not, you can hold up your not sign and let the world, give them some feedback. We're here for constructive criticism.
Yes. So like right after the video, like, we'll go to the audience and stuff. We'll see what everybody's opinions are and stuff. And we just give like, genuine feedback to the artist to let them know, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it people liked? What is it people didn't like? You know what I mean? It's interesting to hear the responses and stuff sometimes.
Yeah. And, shout out to all the artists who submitted their videos.
Right.
Everybody at home watching, please feel free to comment, hot or not. Let us know your feedback and we will share it live.
And if you want to see your favorite artists on here and stuff, tag them, let them know what's up. You know what I mean? If their video's hot or not, we're going to let them know.
It's free to submit. So let's go ahead and dive right into the first video.
All right.
So our first artist is J-So, and the song is called Think of Me.
Think of Me.
Your mind and see what you're thinking. I hope you think of me when I'm gone. When you're up at night, do you think of me? I've been going through some things and I need saving. Wish I could climb inside your mind and see what you're thinking. I hope you think of me when I'm gone. Man, are your dreams, do you see me when you sleep? Talk is cheap, I'ma let my actions speak. Do I cross your mind at night? To be honest, girl, I should've stayed home that night. Knew I should've hit you back with the text that night. When I close my eyes, I feel PTSD. Tell me when you close your eyes, baby, do you see me? Don't want you to feel the pain, just want you to feel me. Hope I cross your mind like you cross mine. Watched all the seasons change, now it's cold outside. How cold do you get when you lonely? Messages you used to send saying, hold me, I'm so here for you. Do you think of me? I've been going through some things and I need saving. Wish I could climb inside your mind and see what you're thinking. I hope you think of me when I'm gone. When you're up at night, do you think of me? I've been going through some things and I need saving. Wish I could climb inside your mind and see what you're thinking. I hope you think of me when I'm gone. Miss your touch in my hands. Think of me before the world ends. Had the world in my hands, the same hands that used to hold you tight. I'ma always hold it down, I'm the soldier type. Girl, you're one of a kind, I can't expose your type. Grateful and thankful for the memories made. I hope you think of me, don't just let me fade. No, no, hope I cross your mind like you cross mine. Watched all the seasons change, now it's cold outside. How cold do you get when you lonely? Messages you used to send saying, homie, I'm so here for you. Do you think of me? I've been going through some things and I need saving. Wish I could climb inside your mind and see what you're thinking. I hope you think of me when I'm gone. When you're up at night, do you think of me? I've been going through some things and I need saving. Wish I could climb inside your mind and see what you're thinking. I hope you think of me when I'm gone.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
How we looking out there?
What we thinking? Hot. Okay, I see a lot of hots in the audience. Okay. Anybody want to give any opinions on why they think it was hot?
I like the video. I like the video was good.
The video, okay. Quality.
Good, definitely like tell some green screen there, but it was good.
Yeah, like even with
went with the song.
Right.
It was good.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I thought it was almost refreshing. It reminded me of like 90s MTV kind of like, I don't know.
That's kind of the vibe I was getting too.
Even the outfit he wore.
Yeah.
Like a modern sound.
Yep.
So it was like reminiscent of, waking up on a
and like even
morning, 8 a.m. You saw like those type of videos.
Yeah. Like even with the girl too. Like you know what I mean? Just the whole aesthetic. Like
I mean, even down to the outfit he wore and even the way he wore his hair.
Yeah.
It just reminded me very 90s theme of the modern toys.
And honestly, with the stars too in the background, I think the video transitioned very well. I think everything went very smooth and stuff. But I think there were some parts in the song where like it kind of like overlapped a little, and it was kind of like it was like overlapped, and it was kind of hard to like hear kind of what you were saying on those parts. But like besides that, it was fire.
That was gonna be my comment. Is that I thought the video was like extremely high. Like there's nothing I could say about
even for having the green screen, like because that's hard to pull off. That's hard to like make everything look crisp and clean. And
the vibe he was given, like the parts where it would be like him and the girl, and then he would like disappear, and you just see his footprints. Like little details I like, but like he said, the song for me, the song could have been better in my opinion. I feel like it was super catchy and like modern, but there are parts where you was trying to like really fit in that pocket almost a little too much.
Right. Otherwise
it was a good project.
So I like the fact that it was by him being young, he ain't had to do a lot of movement or dancing.
Right.
It seemed like just like being normal.
Yeah.
Good to be.
Like literally, he was chilling on the bed. He was chilling on the fence. On the snow. Right.
I enjoyed the
Okay.
Right.
So what they saying on
we got a lot of comments online, y'all. So we got Reckless said not hot.
It seemed like we got the whole opposite on the
Literally.
computer. I swear.
Yeah, let's go in. Let's catch up, y'all. So we got we got one hot.
Okay.
Psycho said not with a laugh, and then
Somebody
Psycho said you tripping. And then S. Nicole said it's fire. Now hold on, we got Reckless said y'all tripping if y'all say that was hot. Josh, shout out to Josh. He said it's okay. I like a more polite. It's like a more polite modern whisper song.
The Yang Gang Twins.
How you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something you might like to hear. All right. Reckless said not. Why? Why? Because it's not my type of music. Reckless said, man, whoever told him to drop this is dead wrong. It doesn't have good flow, has no legit beat drop, 3 out of 10. And then somebody else co-signed and said yes to that. People were sending emojis. And then Nikita said the video was good, but the actual song was not my cup of tea.
Man, they doing this dude wrong.
Yeah, I think
it's not that bad.
I think we're misinterpreting, the music video rating. Right. I think we're looking at whether the music video is hot or not. I mean, sonically, from an A&R standpoint, some of the kicks were a little high. It was really hard to hear, some of the vocal work at different parts, and it was a little repetitive. But overall, I mean, I think purposely, if you relate the art of the video to what he was going for in the video.
Yes.
Now there was parts too where I was a little bit like. It sped up a little bit faster than I would have liked. I would have liked to keep the.
And I think that's what she meant about like filling the pocket.
Yeah, he was trying to fit in the pocket.
I feel like it went up too bad. It was almost like a roller coaster. It was like really nice, and then down.
Right.
And which is cool. I mean, that's what he's going for. I mean, you got to remember, there's 5,000 songs released every single day.
Literally.
That'd be a little different.
Right. You got to stand out somehow.
He's just starting out too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was really well to be. Well, I don't know his story or how long he's been doing it, but it looked like he in his beginning stages of doing this, and I think it was really well for that type of stage. Like personally, I was rocking with the song. Like I thought he had a great flow, even though he was off beat. Sometimes in the song you can hear it, like y'all was saying. But I think he had a great flow. His voice is real different, and as far as the video goes, like I do think like the effects were a little too obvious. Like you could tell like some stuff was fake, like. But I mean, again, like he said, if you going for that retro thing,
right? Like I said, it reminded me of MTV the whole time.
To that early on, I worked with so many artists, like thousands of artists I worked with. To be that early on and know what you want your brand to be,
right?
And have a successful, in my opinion, that was a successful music video.
Like,
from a video standpoint, that was a very well done.
Yeah.
It was tasteful. Yeah. And to know what you want your brand to be, that's very hard. Because I'll see a lot of people send me music videos that look like they were literally made on like Windows Movie Maker.
And that's another thing too is
so
like
to know your brand, like that's important.
Right, and going off of that too is like we don't know if he paid somebody to do the video, if he did it himself, like you know what I mean. So it's like all the hard work that could have went. He probably did all that by himself, or had maybe like one other person help him. And you know what I mean. They're creatively trying to put together their first piece and stuff. So depending on the situation, and you know what I mean, just in general, like I said, just putting your music out and just getting this genuine feedback, like respects to all the artists doing it and stuff.
Right.
Like I said, it's nothing but love.
Yeah, that's the point of us doing this. Is like that. This is the takeaway I want everybody to realize: is nobody's right and nobody's wrong. You know what I mean? Music is literally in the eye of the beholder, like your interpretation of it.
And like Dylan said, how are you gonna stand out from everybody else? You know what I mean? And it's like everybody has their own demographic. You know what I mean? There's millions of people in this, billions of people in this world. You know what I mean? So it's like finding your certain demographic. And like I said, to me, that gave me MTV demographic vibes.
No,
you know what I mean?
It gave me 90s kid vibes. Like wake up early morning when MTV actually played music videos.
Right.
The creativity was beast though. That bathroom scene was tight because it made me think about
like when he flashed in the mirror.
Yeah, why people really put water on their face and they really don't do anything. But I see people
Right.
do that in the bathroom.
Right,
It made
the
me
detail.
Because sometimes we do think about what a person think about us after we depart.
Yeah.
I know I felt it. I lost a lot of sleep thinking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
The creativity is what I like the best.
Right, right.
Y'all. Well, we got
Facts.
someone in the. Oh, somebody says.
I was gonna say like overall like I like the video. You feel me? In the song, you feel me? Like it's not my cup of tea per se, but you feel me? Like on a constructive criticism note, like he did good. You
Right.
feel me? And then like especially for the artists around our age that's coming out at this time like that, it was different. You feel me? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want to sound like everybody else that's out there.
Literally.
So I feel like he did good.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, shout out to
Shout out to
you,
JSO, man.
Shout out
Think
to
of me.
JSO. People in the comments, they was just like, y'all want us to be honest or not? Yes, we want y'all to be honest. We respect your honest opinions, but again, as we said, nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's all up to your perspective, pretty much, and how you interpret it.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
so keep it
them
coming.
Yeah, keep it coming. Keep your honesty. We're all about the truth here. So
Right.
let's hop into our next video.
All right, our next video is gonna be shocking, and it's called Drums.
You heard the tag, turn that shit off, Quay. But don't turn this shit off, we're gonna turn up. Yeah. You know why? You can feel the beat and the drums. You can hear it bumping in the streets when I come. Subwoofers blasting over speed with the bumps. No, I ain't never been a chump. When you can feel the beat and the drums. You can hear it bumping in the streets when I come. Subwoofers blasting over speed with the bumps. No, I ain't never been a chump. Never been a chump and I never been snuck. Name a nigga touchdown in my city, quit the bluff. All these rappers be cheesy, I ain't talking Pizza Hut. What can I say when I feel like inline? Muzz, yeah, and I'ma roll it right back. Pass it back and forth, no L's, I ain't talking hacky sacks. I feel like Dora the way I'm always on the map. Whole gang Urkel cause they staying too strapped. You better move back, who's back? Old news, same facts with a new cast, bitch I'm Goku. They better wait just a minute, he out here and he ballin' like Pippin. And this is good riddance to all the fakes, all of the snakes. I'm going up in the world, it's a aim that you can't reach or amount to. Little bitch, how you can feel the beat and the drums. You can hear it bumping in the streets when I come. Subwoofers blasting over speed with the bumps. No, I ain't never been a chump. When you can feel the beat and the drums. You can hear it bumping in the streets when I come. Subwoofers blasting over speed with the bumps. No, I ain't never been a chump.
All right, let's give it up for Shocking. All right, what we thinking in the audience? What we thinking?
Hot or not out there, y'all?
Hot.
We got.
Yeah, gray area. You do the half. Okay, we got a half.
I'm specifically speaking to the video itself.
Okay.
And Dip killed it. You know what I'm saying? The song. I think if he defined his lane as like a background music type of rapper, or like a maybe even a soundtrack type of rapper, then I think he'll make it real big. But if he's like trying to be, I don't know, just like a serious rapper, like he gonna have to come harder than that song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know what he was talking about, to be honest. You know? To be honest with you, but he'd make it real big, make it like if he like get his music published in like TV and films and stuff like that.
I see what you mean though too. Like I could see it in like a video game or like a commercial even. Like you know what I mean? Yes, sync opportunities.
For like the, I mean, overall, I had the privilege of meeting him one time in our office, and definitely cool dude, down to earth.
Right.
Working with him. I would say, you know, overall, again, I didn't really understand the message. Part of it is too, it was a little repetitive. Like, I felt like we kind of went back and forth, and, you know, I mean, I like the video. He gave it the raw edginess of the, you know, the 808s in it, the kicks and everything.
Yeah, that definitely.
But overall, like, the lyricism, to me, it wasn't there. But again, I mean, it's all in what you like.
Right. Straight up.
I think a little bit more energy too, like I don't know, like you know, sometimes when you're looking at music videos and stuff, you're kind of looking for the feeling that whatever it is that they may be talking about is inspiring, you know. And I kind of felt like that was just a little lackluster. I could see it coming through, but other than that, I think it was okay. I don't really care for the song too much, but like the beat and like just how everything was aesthetically, period, kind of like drew me in.
Yeah.
Once I heard the boom boom, I was like,
I was hyped.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And like you said too, it's like to me, it kind of gave me like when I heard that boom boom, I was picturing like Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes, like, and I get what you're saying, like being harder and like, you know what I mean, just giving it that more energy. But like the video definitely gave it that rawness, like that just the vibe, the feel to it, the colors, the lighting. Like
I think it's the vocal techniques too, like you know, in terms of like delivery.
Right.
Because with a beat that hard, I mean, it was a very tough. I mean, you have to really come with the energy on something.
And it's like with a beat like that, it's very like draining like of everything else, and it's like with you said being repetitive and just saying like doing the same thing over a beat like that, it kind of drains out like the whole message.
Song. Like you know, sometimes we'll see songs in commercials, and we'll have to look up what the song is because it's more of a commercial
the
song.
Water, blah blah blah. Like
it's like think about
like TPE, his custom shoes.
Commercials are always like that. You have this like heavy bang, like drums, super loud, kicks, everything, and then you look it up online, and it was mainly made for sync. It was repetitive, but and it was made that way. That's true. And sync deals are huge. You get a sync deal,
I mean,
millions of dollars.
Yes,
for sure.
There's a dude, because I've been researching this myself, and there was a dude, he does this for a living. He creates music just to sync it, just to get publishing for it and whatnot. And he was saying that he's not even the best songwriter. He just makes catchy music.
Yeah.
And like the people that make these commercials, TV, like shows and films, they eat that up, yo. Because you don't need a bunch of substance if it's just playing in the background.
Literally.
You know.
Like with the baby stuff.
Yeah, he said that too.
Yeah, because he was saying like all of his songs are essentially like one long ass song.
Right.
Different, you know,
yeah.
That's true.
So and everybody likes this shit. Like I remember when I first started listening to him, I'm like, ooh, I hate that I really like this man. Like, what is going on? Like, what is he's not even saying.
He ain't saying nothing.
He's not saying anything, but I love the beat. I love the videos. It's everything. You know what I'm saying?
And when it comes all together like that, it's like you're like, fuck, I got no other choice but to like.
And I don't want to say stop, but that's when you leave the realm of being a musician and being a businessman or a businesswoman, you know, whatever case.
Yeah.
You're targeting very specifically something that's going to make you the most amount of money.
Right. And that's facts. And like as an artist, you have many opportunities. You don't gotta just like I said, you got battle rappers who can't make songs, but are fire at freestyling. And then you got people who can make music, write music all damn day, but can't freestyle for shit. You know what I mean? No, but it's true.
Then you got people who can't write music, but they just have a good voice, so somebody writes for them.
Exactly.
And they make bread.
Exactly.
They be the voice.
And then you got someone like Kanye who's gonna hear your shit and be like, yo, that was fire, but I'm gonna flip it all around. I'm gonna do my little touch to it. And then we're gonna call it what it is. You know what I mean? So
real quick, does anybody else have comments on the Shocking Drums video?
That's the only reason I gave it a great area is because I couldn't really hear him over
the.
But it takes a confidence to jump on a beat like that.
Yeah, facts.
In front of the microphone, he does that. So I'm gonna be biased because I'm always looking at the creativity.
Yeah.
And it means something.
He did have a lot of confidence with it.
That's what I'm saying. His confidence was on point. That's really what made, I think, the video, like, because he gave it that edge. Like, gave it, like, I'm about to go crazy. Like, you know what I mean? The red lights and, like, you know what I mean? So it fit. Like,
yeah. Let's see what they're saying online, y'all.
All right, let's get it.
So Reckless said, "Oh yeah, that's hot."
What are those red things?
Those are tomatoes.
Oh.
I also had that same thought. I'm like, what red things? Is the red good or bad? So S. Nicole sent 3 tomatoes. Reckless said 90s and 2022 mixed vibes. Old and new. I can see that. V Reckless sent like 8 tomatoes. Nikita said it's hot. Makai also says it's hot. He's trying to sing along.
Okay, my little son, he crazy too. That's probably why he liked it.
Shout out Makai. Chop said not. Reckless said not. Dylan's in person and in the chat room. Reckless said got me beating my chest. 7 out of 10. We got oh my god, hey auntie, it's Rocket. Okay, that's y'all popular, yeah. Okay. Chop said hi TAZZ, and then Josh said it was good. It was like techno rap.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's tricky. Something.
And it's like, and if you're going for that, you know what I mean? It fits. You feel me?
Right.
Can't knock it.
All right, y'all. So that's gonna bring us to our final video for today.
All right, our last and final video is gonna be G money sign H money get rich.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Slime said we gotta get rich. Fuck all that money up, let's just go get it then. Put an AP on my wrist. Look at the time, oh, it's time to go win again. Too much money, I ain't flipping no zips. Different bracket, nigga, check by they hit. Shmoney team, bitch, came with the drip. Peep the symbol, making money, my shit. She put that Zanny on my tongue. Little bit legit, had some fun. Got good drugs up in my lungs. Nigga, shout out to my plug. Making plays just like LeBron. Can't get caught up, I just run. Fuck that court date, I ain't going. Way too busy, smoking and run. Pay me my money up, don't fuck with me. This shit is so easy like A, B, and C. My time way too expensive. Why the fuck these niggas think that I'm working for free? Time is money, bitch, I ain't tryna waste it. Too many M's in the world that I'm chasing. Feeling like Mac on Diablo, my nigga. I stay up just chasing them faces. Life is amazing, my nigga. My God woke me up today just to go live in it. Need me in mansion so big when I dip out the room and I ain't see that bitch again. Niggas dumb as fuck, ain't got intelligence, moving stupid. Nigga looking for relevance. Sweet ass nigga really ain't got no common sense. Nigga Dumbo, nigga look like an elephant. Bitch ain't celibate, she fuck for the hell of it. Can I fuck with you? I heard that you selling it. All my people see the way that we bringing this money team, bitch. This shit is heaven sent. I'm your OG nigga, been at my letterman. Bring your bitch, might just fuck around and bless that bitch. 4-4, nigga reppin' that shit. 4-4, nigga reppin' that bitch. Slime said we gotta get rich. Fuck all that money up, let's just go get it then. Put an AP on my wrist. Look at the time, oh, it's time to go win again. Too much money, I ain't flipping no zips. Different bracket, nigga, check by they hit. Shmoney team, bitch, came with the drip. Peep the symbol, making money, my shit. Slime said we gotta get rich. Fuck all that money up, let's just go get it then. Put an AP on my wrist. Look at the time, oh, it's time to go win again. Too much money, I ain't flipping no zips. Different bracket, nigga, check by they hit. Shmoney team, bitch, came with the drip. Peep the symbol, making money, my shit.
Hey,
look at the high, yo.
How we looking in the crowd, y'all? Hot or not?
Hot. Oh, we got middle. We got 2 middles.
Okay. Let me hear from the middle.
I love the beat, just because I got on that same beat too, but.
He said he liked the beat. It was the same beat he hopped on.
Same beat I got on, man. My nephew got on it, but video was good. I think it was good. Beat was good. Can't relate too much with the lyrics. Yeah. I'm not trying to be biased, but where I am. But yeah.
I feel you. Okay.
Well, once again, it's the creativity.
Yep.
I
Right.
appreciate any artists to step out and do something like that.
Give him a shout out real quick.
Shout out to you.
The lyrics, I'm more like, I mean, it's nothing wrong with it because it is a lifestyle. You know what I mean? But I'm more positive. I'm not saying that isn't, because like I said, it's a lifestyle. but he's young, and I respect that as well. I like the shirt mainly.
The money signs.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's not the same. Like it ain't that neat dollar sign. So I like that, and the fact that he was flown by himself. He didn't have that large entourage.
Right. Yeah.
So I caught on to some of the lyrics. Like I said, I'm more a positive person, but he still did his thing.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Anybody else?
I would love to see the behind the scenes of the Jeep scene of just because that was my favorite part of the whole thing.
The Jeep,
the side by side of him rapping in the car while I was going 30 down the freeway.
Yo, that was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I love Jeeps too, Jeep Wranglers. No seatbelt with the doors, no doors. He trying to get rich.
Honestly, I feel like it's kind of like on brand. You know, this is the type of shit.
And this homie look young too. You know what I mean? And he's from Atlanta too. He hit me up on Instagram. We started talking. I was like, "Yo, you want to send me your video? We'll put it on the podcast." You know what I mean? And boom.
So for me, it was like so it might just be me hearing it from the studio monitors and the in-house here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the levels in the vocals seemed a little low for the beat, and it was like a little hard. Maybe if I was just on headphones, I'd hear it a little bit better. But you also gotta the way you have to kind of deliver tracks is if you're gonna listen to it anyway.
Right.
So
and that's the thing too. Like if because we don't know if he went to a studio, we don't know if he did it at home or whatever. But it's like if you do record at home and stuff like that, like quality is important.
Definitely sounded like he may have went to a studio. I mean, there was definitely some heavy auto-tuning sections. I mean,
right.
I don't see a regular in-house, especially somebody that unless he does that. Maybe that's what he does. But for me, it was super. I mean, I've watched a lot of music videos from all genres, but I've never seen somebody drive down the freeway and a doorless Jeep. Like I have seen Bentleys, I have seen Maybachs, Mercedes.
He made his mark. Hey, he beat me to it. He beat me to it. Cause I'm telling you, bro, I would have done the same shit with the Jeep, bro. I would have had like a pit bull in the back and some other shit, bro. You told me to talk about.
So that's something I can relate to. That oftentimes I find hard to relate in a lot of music, because if you were like sometimes when I was in high school, listening to a lot of hip hop. I was predominantly in hip hop. They rapped about money. They rapped about cars, and nice cars, like something I always wanted, but I never had. But I resonate a lot when people are kind of like coming up as I'm watching artists come up, and they're really showcasing how it is. Like Jeep Wrangler. I mean, it's a nicer car. They can go for a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's something more realistic.
Right.
And it's kind of really shown, and you can kind of see he wasn't it was said earlier. There wasn't a huge entourage. It was just him. And then whoever was driving that car.
Right, and that shows too, like, you know what I mean? Because like when I think of somebody in a Jeep or Wrangler, I'm thinking, okay, if they got a Jeep, they either like going off-roading, they like being in the woods, they like, nature aesthetics type, you know what I mean? That's what it gave me. But like also, being from Atlanta, being from the city, being from, you know what I mean? And having that like duality of the two of like, I am an artist from Atlanta, but look, I'll be out here with the doorless Jeeps, you know what I mean, smoking these blunts, making the music. Yes.
What's even scarier though is you just told us after we talked about the Jeep on the freeway. He's from Atlanta, and Atlanta's freeway is like 6 lanes.
Hey, but that's the lifestyle.
I do got a question though. You made me think about mumble rap. So by him being so young, and mumble rap is like I say a beginning of whatever era it is. So by him being that young, is mumble rap actually transitioning down to the younger people? So that's what I'm kind of thinking about now too, because it was hard to hear on a lot of stuff. So that had that mumble flow.
Sometimes stronger too, like depending on where you're at. Like some of the slang that we had.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
It could be a little bit of all because
Atlanta's down south. You know what I mean? It's like
I can't, and I'm not saying that to be like disrespectful or anything. Like I'm just saying that I have to struggle just to keep up because they talk so fast sometimes.
Right.
And then some words I'm just like, what is that?
And that goes for everything. Like me being like Mexican and like being around a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, like for a while it was like it's hard to have a conversation because like they changed the R's to L's and all this other stuff, and it's like for Mexicans, like we speak very proper and it's very like, you know what I mean. So when they right. And every location, like even if you go to Mexico and stuff, like you go to Juarez, they talk a specific way. You go to Chiapas, they talk a specific way. You go to anywhere, Michoacan, Jalisco, wherever, everyone speaks a certain way. You feel me? It's like their own slang, and it's just out here. Cali, they got their own slang. Atlanta, they got their own slang. New York's got their own slang. You got Silver Spring. You got Baltimore. You have, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Don't do it, Alonso. No.
But that's a super valid point because, like Southern rap it's its own thing. Atlanta breeds some amazing hip hop artists, but also you listen to them. I mean, even listen to I'm 28, almost 28. Like growing up, some of the rappers from down south. I mean, it was a dialect thing. And like even if you're like with mumble rap, you know, Chief Keef was, you know, really heavy into that era but he was, you know, a completely different. He was you know, Midwest Northern area,
right?
So it was completely different. And there was times where I think his was a little forced though, where it was literally to the point like it almost made you think I don't understand any of this. It was all about beats. But with mumble rap, it's a lot of times about the beat.
Right.
So people consume it for, you know, me working electronic. A lot of people consume electronic just for the beat. They don't care if it has vocals on
lyrics,
it.
nothing.
They don't care. So, and that's the thing. And people have had amazing success with that.
And just one more thing to wrap this one up. But like I think too, it's like people like I said, there's different slangs. People talk different ways and stuff. You know what I mean? And I think for someone who can't speak or talk that certain way, I think it's almost like cool for them to like listen to that type of style of music. You know what I mean? Like you have a lot of like Americans who listen to Jamaican music. You know what I mean? They might not understand it, but they like, you know what I mean? It's different. It's an experience for them. You feel me? So it's like, regardless of like, you know, how they, like we might not like it and we might consider it like mumble rap and stuff, but to like other people, they're probably like, yo, like I can resonate with this dude. I can vibe to it. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel you type shit. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, I was getting, I don't know if anybody said this already, but I was getting like Dreamville vibes a little bit. Like,
yes, the video
you know
aesthetic gave me Dreamville vibes. The what?
Literally, that's literally the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, his apparel, that might be his apparel, you know what I mean? That might be his clothing brand and stuff. And like, and he young, you know what I mean? He out here getting it. So
I like how real he was, you know what I'm saying? I don't like he said, I don't like that type of content where I feel like it's negative, but I think it was authentic for sure if it wasn't nothing else. And he had a different flow, he had a different voice. And that Jeep scene was
fire!
Yeah, shout out to you for sure for that.
I think he passed the blunt to himself. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is just, what? Are you
Right.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out to you for sure. Like I said, you have the room talking. Let's see what the internet's saying. So the internet said not hot, but right after we got a hot.
And then somebody said bro.
Someone said bro. S. Nicole said absolutely not. Reckless said he is abusing auto-tune. Psycho said not. Reckless said never mind. Psycho said bro. Oh my god, I changed my answer. Not. Don't get me wrong, the beat is good. Devin Brown said I like the flow. Gotta work on the lyrics / delivery. Alex gave the strong arm. Devin Brown said, if he keeps practicing, I see potential.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential.
There's a lot of potential.
Yes, as Nicole backed that up and was, you know, she agrees. Chop said not. Devin said rolling through the trees, blowing trees, LOL. Devin Brown also said Aaron earned an iron earn. Reckless said, man, play some TPE TAZZ. Got that next for you. And then Josh said JID vibes, which is exactly what I was thinking too. Shout out to Dreamville. Shout out to J. Cole.
And shout out to
y'all.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the audience. Shout out to everybody on the computer.
And all the artists who submitted their music videos.
Yes,
for this
yes,
segment.
yes.
Shout out to y'all. Hand of applause for that. All right. So I think this might be the moment a lot of people online waiting for.
Yes. The moment of truth. Our special guest. Our interview.
Should I do drum roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who we got? TPE! Welcome.
How y'all doing today?
Chilling, man.
Good.
Chilling. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's a pleasure being here.
Shit.
Yes, we're glad to have you.
Right, you came all the way out here from Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay. What part of Baltimore?
Baltimore County, West Side.
Okay.
County City line.
Okay.
Nice. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this interview. So
Yes,
I gotta ask from the jump, TPE, what does that stand for?
Trap Pack Entertainment.
Okay.
Trap Pack Entertainment. Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say, so I started it, I'm gonna say maybe 4 years ago. It was me and a couple homeboys. It was trying to get, you feel me, all of my close friends, you feel me, to essentially take that energy that they apply in the streets, you feel me, to apply to something that they like.
Right,
you feel me?
right.
Like something that they actually good at. You feel me? So instead of you out here trapping in the streets, you trapping your dream. You feel me? Alright. But
True, that's Trap Pack Entertainment. Okay. I fuck with it. So let me ask you, as an artist and stuff, like, you know, how long have you been doing music and stuff? Like, you know, who's like some of your inspirations and like why do you make music? You know what I mean?
So I started. That's kind of like a 3-part answer.
Right, my bad.
Yeah, so you like some last 3 questions.
No, like it's as far as like when I started, you feel me? Because like I started writing in like elementary, middle school, not really knowing what I was doing. You feel me? Like I mean, I knew what I was doing, but like it wasn't with the intentions on me becoming a rapper. You feel me? Like one of my older cousins, you feel me, that passed away. He was a big producer in DC. You feel me? So that's originally where I'm from. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, so like just growing up, hearing about him being in the studio with all these rappers, I was like, oh, let me try to write something. You feel me? And I pretty much got a habit of doing it. You feel me? To the point where I was getting in trouble in school and stuff. So my parents was they had got on me about it, like to the point where I started getting punished. Like they'd throw my rap books away. Like I had whole journals that, you feel me, just filled with me just writing stuff. You feel me? And you feel me? But because of the stuff that I was talking about, you feel me, and me being at a young age, because I grew up listening to Trick Daddy, 3-6 Mafia, Bone Thugs, you feel me, Eazy-E, all of them, you feel me, like all the old gangster rap, you feel me. So like I'll never forget one day getting in trouble listening to Scissor. You feel me?
Oh, true.
You feel me? But,
that's funny.
Somebody commented and said it was Reckless saying making beats with his pencils.
I used to do that too. I know, bro. I got put out of class so many times doing that. But,
and it's like, you know, even you saying like, you know, like that the doubt, like, you know, people like, you know, like just even family and stuff too sometimes, like, you know what I mean, it's like you don't expect it sometimes, that like from your family and stuff, or maybe they don't understand your vision, or you know what I mean, they don't see it, because like I have my family say the same shit. It was like when I told my mom I was gonna start doing music, she's like, you gonna make money out of it? Like, you gonna be able to do this, you gonna be able to do that? And I'm thinking in my head like, shit, can I? You know what I mean? But I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, why not? You know what I mean? And it's like, now we started a business. Now we have the podcast. Now we have, you know, these different endeavors and stuff going on. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like you said, like how, for someone who like had like, you know, gets up, like has somebody come to you like doubtful and shit, how do you respond to that?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard. You feel me? Like I still struggle with it a little bit. You feel me? Because like I had dealt with a lot of family issues growing up. You feel me? Like some at one point it was physical abuse and all that. You feel me? But like just dealing with my family not really supporting everything, like it made it hard. You feel me? So I had stopped writing for like years. You feel me? I didn't start writing again until probably like my senior year in high school. You feel me? And that was just off of some. Me and my homeboys was at home one day getting high, and one of them put some beats on. I was just playing around, start freestyling.
That's how it happens.
Literally, it's how it happens.
Everybody looked at me like, bro,
you fine.
Why are you not in
this
right? So I'm just
what,
like, bro.
What did that feel like? Like, not
right.
really.
You feel me? I ain't really think too nothing of it. You feel me? Because like my homeboys at that time, like I was one of the more popular ones, and they weren't. You feel me? So like when they said it, I was like, man, nah, y'all just saying that because like y'all my loyal homies. You feel me? But like I recorded a track one day. Like we all ended up putting money together, got a mic, got a little mixer, got a computer and everything. You feel me? And I had recorded a track one day, let a couple people hear it at school, and they were just like, yeah, nah, you gotta do that. You feel me? And I'm not gonna lie, even still at that time, I wasn't taking it serious. So I was more along the lines of I wanted to be an engineer. You feel me? So I learned how to do engineering before I actually like really started recording.
That's cool. Okay.
So let's talk about that because that's powerful too. You know what I mean? Because as an artist, like if you're able to produce and mix
ownership,
and master, ownership, right? Like she said, you know what I mean? If you're able to do all that, you don't gotta cut nobody a check, nothing, bro. You listen, that's all you. You know what I mean? And then you said you have like a clothing brand and all that stuff too,
so
and stuff.
This is my clothing brand.
Okay.
That I'm working on. Like it's on hold right now, but you feel me?
I like the reflective stuff on there and stuff.
My plans is hopefully by the end of March everything will be, you feel me, back how it need to be. And I'm working on getting everything in the store. But AO Boutique, shout out to AO Boutique.
Oh, okay. Out in Baltimore, yes.
But,
check them out.
But yeah, my clothing brand is I am who I am, and literally it means exactly what it says. Like I am who I am. You feel me? And I want, like, my goal is for anybody that wears this, they feel confident in themselves. You feel me? Like they're not trying to chase an image. You feel me? Like they're getting what they want, dressing how they want. You feel me? To look and be who they want. You feel me? Like. And no judgment, you feel me? Like,
yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, like people spend too much time judging other people. You feel me? Worry about yourself, live your life, be happy.
Facts.
Y'all heard it here, TPE TAZZ. We got Reckless in the comments. Said with my bros, TPE TAZZ #1 on the list. So I have a question for you. Did you have like any mentors, like? You know, I know you said you had some family that you looked up to, but like, was there a mentor that kind of like took you and was like, look, these are the ropes, this is how you do it, or did you just go find it yourself?
Yeah, I had to go find it myself because, like, my family comes from, they were in the streets, but then majority of them went into the military, and they all went on the straight and narrow. So once they heard that I was rapping, they was like, nah, you need to go to school, you need to go do something. Like, rap is not where it's at. So, like, I tried the school route. You feel me? I went to trade school for HVAC, but I realized majority of the stuff I had already learned already just off of trying to fix stuff in the house. You feel me? So, like, and I got I low key got ADHD. So you feel me? It was hard for me to pay attention in class. Like, I'm learning stuff. Like, y'all trying to teach me stuff that I already know. You feel me? It was to the point where I was coming to school, finishing my classwork for the whole week that first day. Cause like they'll give us a packet. You feel me? I come into class, grab the packet while he's giving his lecture, whatever. I'm in the back.
You in there turning it in?
Yeah, like I'm in the back of class in my book, just writing everything down. You feel me? Doing everything. Cause it's like at that time I also had a baby on the way. You feel me? So like I was working. You feel me? Trying to get money together. I had just got locked up too. You feel me? So it was all of that on top of me going to school. My focus wasn't where it needed to be. You feel me? And I ended up not even dropping out. I got put out. You feel me? Because of my attendance, like not even my grades. So once I did that, that's where I finally got back into music.
And like that was when you took it serious.
Yeah, that's when I was like, all right, you know what? I did what y'all said I should do, and this didn't work out for me. So I'm about to do what I want to do now. You feel me? Like I'll take your advice along the way. You feel me? But this is my life. I'm an adult now. You feel me? I'm about to do what I want to do.
Right.
You feel me?
And it's like another thing too is like a lot of people like to install like their fears into other people just because like they haven't had an opportunity or experience or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like people live inside like a box of like understanding of like, okay, this is what it is. This is all I know type shit. You know what I mean? But it's like for me, like I've had the experience to be able to like, you know, go to different places. Like I said, my family's from Mexico, so I see, you know, I got family from Juarez. I got family from like rugged areas and shit. And it's like, you know, out here I see, you know, how Florida is. I see how Atlanta is. I see how New York is. I've been to all these places, and I see, you know, how people like, you know, just.
Sorry, I thought the stream ended. It just cut off and everything.
Oh, okay.
But to make sure we were still live, y'all. Continue.
Okay. Oh man, I was losing what I was saying.
You got family. You've been seeing how people are in Florida.
Yeah, so it's like perspectives of life. You feel me? It's like, you know, what people say, like, oh, you shouldn't go and do rap. You shouldn't go do. Why not? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's better to go and try and do something than have that feeling of like, damn, I should have went and tried that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather say, hey, I went and did that shit and it fucked up or whatever. It went good, whatever. At least I experienced that. You feel me? Because then I can say for myself, like, it's good or bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's like, it took me a while to really learn that. You feel me? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the Baltimore artists that's like hot now, I went to school with a lot of them. You feel me? Like Band Hunter Izzy, like that was one of my mans. Like me and him started doing tattoos together. You feel me? Like when he started doing music, that was around the time when I had essentially like first got back into writing when I was in school. You feel me? And during that time, like I was trying to get money to go to the studio with him. You feel me? I wasn't working or nothing, but you feel me? My people was like, nah, I'm not about to give you money to go to a studio for an hour. Like, damn, you feel me? Not realizing like my family weren't, you feel me? They didn't really come from an artistic background, so they didn't really know what it takes to be an artist. Like you are essentially investing in yourself. Like it's not the studio time that you. I mean, yeah, essentially you investing in studio time, but that studio time is for you. You feel me? For your music. So like, let's see if you gonna learn that or you gonna spend that money. You feel me? Since I didn't have the financial means to do it, I learned all that stuff on my own.
So you produce, you write your own.
Or somebody does tattoos.
Yeah. Tattoos. You have a clothing brand.
You got clothing brand.
What else? Is there anything else here?
Right. What else you do?
Yeah, I customize and restore sneakers. Like any type of sneakers. Air Forces, Jordans, Adidas, Timbs, Uggs, anything you name it.
Okay, that's huge because like even right now, I mean, I know there's people in the room that might even be hearing some light bulbs and stuff. There's 3 people in here with clothing lines. Just a guess.
Yeah, true. He just gave me one of his hoodies, like the Legacy
right.
joint. You know what I mean? So
like,
and you sit here talking about your brand and stuff. So it's like,
right.
And then
we got Woo Up.
Yeah, we got Woo Up in the building. Like, you know what I mean? So
we're not counting us. Like,
right.
all of us got.
Yeah, we all got our own stuff.
I just like to buy clothes, so like I like this conversation.
Right. Okay. But back to TAZZ.
Yeah, but say I do a lot. I even do photography, videography, graphic design, like literally any type of graphic design you can think of. Like,
and you taught yourself everything?
Yeah. Like the only thing that I actually had any training in was photography, and I did that in high school. So
wow.
Like yeah, I can thank my older sister for that. Like my older sister, my mom's side was, you feel me, real heavy into drawing and stuff. So she got me into that at an early age.
And it's like I feel you too, bro. Cause like, you know what I mean, for myself, like, you know what I mean, right now, like not to get into my business or anything like that, but like, you know, I work at, like, I'm a federal volunteer, you know what I mean, for the national parks and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, diversifying the parks and stuff like that. Shout out to national parks. But like I said, I've also worked in a medical facility with cannabis and stuff because I have epilepsy and shit. So it's like, you know what I mean? So for me, that was like an opportunity in itself. But it's like, I did all that shit, bro, without a GED or a diploma. Wow. You know what I mean? And I don't have it to this day. You feel me? And it's not because I didn't want to or whatever. It's because, like, I was going through some shit in my life at that time where I couldn't go to school. I had to go get a fucking job. You feel me? I had to get money in my pocket. So it's like I left school to go get a job, you feel me? And I ended up living with a bunch of Mexicans who was like, yo, I'll give you a room for like $100, you know what I mean? I'll give
Shout
you a
out the
job.
basement.
Yeah, that's where, you know what I mean? That's where I came out of, you know what I mean? Like from the, like, and it's like, so they gave me an opportunity, you feel me? And it's like, from then and there, like, I just, like you said, I did shit for myself because it's like, you know what I mean? At that point, it's like, nothing else was working out for you, you feel me? So it's like, but like I said, a bunch of Spanish homies just gave me an opportunity, a house, a spot to live in, to, you know what I mean, do something, you feel me? And it's like I said, this whole time, I've done all this without a GED diploma and shit. I can't drive. I don't have a license diploma or a permit because of my epilepsy and shit. So it's like, it's hard for me to do shit. I got 2 kids, you know what I mean? And a bunch of shit, you feel me? And it's like, at the end of the day, like, you cannot let that shit, like, just, like, hold you back and shit. Because, like I said, you are your money maker. You are the asset.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And then it's like, if something happens to that, then what? You feel me? Yeah, no, straight up. And like I said, you know what I mean? Now that I did everything, right? I now have time for myself to go and get my GED. Like, I'm trying to get my GED now and shit, you feel me? And it's like, I don't really need it, but for myself, it's more of like, let me go back and finish that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know what I mean? I went through a lot of shit to not be able to do that. And it's like, so let me take the time now. You know what I mean? Now that I did everything I wanted to do. I worked for a cannabis facility. I'm in a federal government job right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, go back and finish my shit. And it's not even for me. It's for everyone else too. Because it's like, you know, I hope this inspires my kids. I hope this inspires you. I hope this inspires others to be like, you know what I mean? It's never too late. You know what I mean? It's never too late.
Right. And with that, you know, just to kind of going off of what both of y'all said, it's like, you know, money, economic status, health, like, yes, nobody really starts out equally, per se. I know there's a lot of stuff with, like, equality and equity. I'm not going to get all into that. But regardless, there's some positions in life that you're, like, anointed for, basically. Like, you might not have the credentials on paper, but with the right hard work and some faith, whether that be in a higher power or in yourself or both, you know what I mean? It's like, you can do whatever. So it's like, I was going to give a round of applause for real, because what they both just said was some real shit. And like, you know what I mean? Don't ever let your situation stop you. Just like both of them, they created a way. You know what I mean? So
and like we're saying right now, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Exactly. You feel me? It's like, I don't give a fuck about your talent, but if you ain't working hard, I don't give a fuck.
There's someone working harder next to you.
Somebody working harder, yeah. And it's like, and with you, with all the shit that you had to go through and shit, you was still like, nah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Solid, like,
you got customizations, you doing tattoos, you're an artist, you producing, mixing your own stuff. It's like, that's a big accomplishment, bro. And like I said, I just wanna, you know what I mean, just give you the props. For real.
So with all that being said, like, you know, what's something that stands out to you that you've experienced, like, on this journey with the music?
Honestly, being in front of other people, like, and actually being able to finally express myself, and like, yeah, it's judgment, but you feel me? I'm doing this for me. You feel me? Like it or love it. You feel me? Like, that's just a plus for me. You feel me? But I don't know. I get a kick out of being on stage. You feel me? Like, cause it was like,
that's cool.
Growing up, like, I've been so, like, even though I was known in school, you feel me, but I was also known to be by myself. Like, everybody knew who I was, but they would know that, you feel me, I was by myself. And if you saw me with people, 9 times out of 10 it was an issue. So, you feel me, but I stayed to myself, you feel me. Like, I never really was the type to really be opening up to people, or, you feel me, I was never like somebody that wanted to speak in school, you feel me, like in front of everybody. Like, I was never that type, you feel me. But like, I don't know, a lot of that started to change my senior year, you feel me, like, cause I transferred schools, you feel me, and then I guess that, like, even though the schools were literally down the street from each other, it was a completely different atmosphere. You feel me? Like, so getting around all of the other people in that new school, and then, like, a lot of my closer friends actually went to that school. You feel me? Like, people that actually cared about, you feel me, what I had going on, like, that it helped, but like.
So you're saying like when that move happened and you were in like a new environment,
Yeah.
you kind of got accepted more?
Yeah, I wouldn't even say accepted more, but like it kind of being around them, they helped me open up more. You feel me? Because it was like everybody was trying to get me to do more things. Like, cause they were like, nah, like bro, you good at this. Like you nice with this. Like nah, come on, I want you to try this. I want to see you do this. You feel me? I want to see what this like.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So like
facts.
It's. I had seen like I can name so many people that have like pretty much blown up that I done went to school with, you feel me, and all of them have inspired me because it was like that's what I wanted to do, you feel me, when I was in high school, you feel me. I didn't have that support that they did, you feel me, but once I finally got that, like
and like you said too, I feel like, you know, people get it twisted too because like most artists try to focus on like their local fans and like people who are in their surrounding areas and shit, but it's like those probably aren't your fans and those probably aren't your clients and stuff, and it's like you go to a whole new city and they treat you like a god. They're like, yo, you like you can do all this, you can, you know what I mean,
Because the
and
prophet's
like,
not accepted in their own hometown.
exactly, until they come back and show everybody, you know what I mean, that you are the Messiah, like you are the, you know what I mean.
And that's the one thing I definitely learned, like especially like being a artist and a performing artist at that, like, you feel me, working with Wisdom Court, they shout out to Wisdom Court.
Yeah, shout out to Wisdom Court.
Billy Live.
Like Billy gave me my first show. You feel me? Like I had just released my first EP. That was my first project I had worked on. Me and one of my homeboys. He's still and forever will be my producer. Like that's one of the only people I go to. You feel me? But like I said, Billy gave me my first show.
I think he gave us our first show.
Billy did give us.
Yeah, he gave us our first show too.
Yeah, so,
like a public show.
Yeah.
So you feel me? That was a whole different crowd that I had never met before. Like never seen any of these people a day in my life. And when I got up there, Billy, like I'm not gonna lie, he put me on the spot. He straight told everybody like, yeah, shout out to TAZZ. He about to come up here. I'm just letting everybody know now, this is his first time performing.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, Billy.
Right. Shout out to Billy, yo.
Everybody hear that. They like, oh, for real? All right, hold up. Let me come up here and see this. I'm
right.
Like,
yeah. Now you got everybody's attention.
Right. But it was that push. Like, that push is what I needed. You feel me? Because otherwise, I'd have just been recording and then just releasing music, not promoting, not trying to really do anything with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I tell people that too, like the more you push yourself out of your comfort zone, the more comfortable you are in every situation around you. You know what I mean? And as an artist, like the more vulnerable you are, the more you show your vulnerability to the people and you express to like how you feel and stuff like that, you're more powerful in their eyes because they can't say shit to you because you already laid out all your shit in front of them. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like at that point, what could they say? You already said it for them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. Respect.
So I have another question for you. So what is a goal of yours? Like what's something that, you know, you want to do in the future with all this ownership and all the things you've done already?
First things first is I really want to make Trap Pack a production company. You know what I mean? Like essentially put everything under one. Like I know everybody say it's smarter to, you know, do multiple LLCs or like do an LLC for this, you feel me, keep this separate from that, you feel me, but when you look at everything that I'm doing, I'm literally producing, like
you're creating,
like
regardless.
I'm not going to anybody like, all right, here, give me this, and then I'm about to add this, and then I'm gonna sell it. Like if only thing that I'm doing that with is, you feel me, the clothes that I'm getting and putting my logo and stuff on, you feel me, but I mean, it's how you start out.
Right.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you have a solid umbrella.
Yeah,
like, you have a solid umbrella, so
facts.
Regardless of what you do, you literally have multiple things to offer people. So, like, you know,
and like you have different lanes, so it's like, you know, if this thing ain't working at this moment in time, you got this.
You got plans A, B, C, D, E. Like
literally. And as an artist, you need to because like we're constantly going against the current of the water. You know what I mean? Once we get over that wave, there's another one that we got to hit. You know what I mean? And it's like just staying on top of that. And it's like all about like artist mentality, business mentality, and being yourself. You feel me? And like just hearing from everything, your experience and everything, I I definitely see you understand that. You know what I mean? Like how to be an artist. You know what I mean? And that's when to create and do your work, what you're supposed to. You know what I mean? That's your money maker, your creativity, and then your business is: do I need an LLC? How much money do I need? Is this gonna be beneficial? You know what I mean? Is this an asset or a liability? You know what I mean? And then being yourself, and most importantly, you know what I mean? Like you said, I am who I am. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, that's fire, because you got all that for going for yourself already. You feel me?
And then on top of all of this, I also got my own YouTube channel. Like,
right? He said he was on the YouTube instead, right?
Talk about that a little bit.
So, So, all right, I'm not gonna lie, when I first started doing this whole YouTube thing, like, it was literally, like, me trying to find a way to finesse the game. You feel me? Because I was no longer that popular person that, you feel me, I was in high school, you feel me? I didn't have that, you feel me, big fan base that, you feel me, I thought I had, you feel me, in high school, you feel me? So I'm like, you know what? Since I'm reaching more people when I go out of town and perform, you feel me, the best way to reach people, you feel me, during the pandemic was, you feel me, through YouTube, through social media, you feel me? So I done made like 3 or 4 different Instagram pages, you feel me, for each thing that I'm doing. And then I started the YouTube as literally a means to try to promote everything and then get more eyes on my music. You feel me? But like what I was doing with YouTube, I was doing the gaming shit. You feel me? So,
gaming.
Yeah. So like what I mainly do, like what I like really got known for was hosting car meets on GTA.
Okay. Hosting car meets on GTA, right?
What's up,
I just started gaming, like, you know what I mean? I'm about to get my Twitch account and stuff. If y'all want to play me on Fortnite and shit, Alonso official, you know what I mean? Come get, I'm in Delhi with the sniper and shit. but like but like even like as an artist, you know what I mean, creating a Twitch account and stuff, like we talked about this on the last podcast and stuff, like how, you know, an artist for streams for Spotify and shit is literally making a fraction of a penny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when it comes to Twitch, you're making like 8 cents per stream,
like 40 views
per 40 streams
like
or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, like as an artist, you might as well get onto the Twitch and gaming and stuff, because like you're making more money doing that than the streams, you know what I mean, that you would be getting off of Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie, like like as an independent artist, you feel me, and then like coming into the music game, not having anybody giving me any knowledge or anything, like I honestly didn't come in contact with people that was actually like starting to spit game to me, like until I met Wisdom Court. You feel me? Like, but like like I said, coming into the music industry, you feel me, at any level, you feel me, independent and not knowing anything, like you're gonna come in there with these expectations, you feel me, when you release a song, like, oh yeah, when I release this is about to do that, I'm about to make this off of that, you feel me, not realizing, you feel me, and Spotify ain't really paying that much.
Right.
You feel me? Apple ain't really paying that much. You feel me? Only thing that you really about to really make money off of, you feel me, is YouTube, and that's only if you got enough views, you feel me, the shit's actually monetized.
Right.
You feel me? And like,
and when it comes to music and stuff like that, you know what I mean, like if you want to have a successful like campaign and stuff, you know, it's all about marketing. It's all about what team you have behind your project, you know what I mean, that's going to help you push it to the right people, because in this industry, in the music industry, it's all about who you know, and it's a very cutthroat industry, you feel me? They don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, there's millions of artists trying to do what we're doing, you know what I mean, and it's like for a record label or somebody to take somebody, they're not going to come up to you and then ask you, be like, hey, you want to sign? Like, nah, they want somebody to come to them and be like, look, here's my stuff, here's my EPK, this is my track, this is the budget I have behind my project, this is what I got going for myself, you know what I mean? And then from there, they'll be like, okay, you know, because at that point, like, they're putting less money into you, you know what I mean? And, like, you know, because at the end of the day, it's an investment in their eyes too, you know what I mean? If they're going to put money into you and stuff, they want to make sure you got your shit on order. If not, they're not even going to waste your time. There's millions of other artists that probably do have their shit in order, you know what I mean, that they could be working with. So it's like, you know what I mean, standing out and being consistent and just, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, like having a plan, having a strategy behind what you're doing,
and a solid brand. because like I feel like that's really what it comes back to is like you could do music, you could do production, this or that, but it's like if people know your brand, like they're gonna recognize you no matter what, like what am I looking for, like platform you're on, you know what I mean, whatever medium your art is coming through, you get what I'm saying, they're gonna recognize your brand. So like I think that's what you're doing, like, you know what I mean, you're getting the clothing line going, you got even the shoe thing, like the shoe is a whole different,
like I said,
like,
we gonna bring that up too, and you know what I mean, we wanna talk about that too,
right. I was gonna say, so we got some people in the comments. Reckless said play his song with my bros. The second time they talked about that one too.
So that's one of my fan favorites.
Okay.
That I had. I originally released it with this guy. I don't know what he goes by now. You feel me? But like we had differences, so we went our different ways. You feel me? But I released that track with him, and I'm not gonna lie, that one and my last release, those were the ones that like really got the most attention. You feel me? And like, as far as performing, everybody wants me to perform that. Every time I go to a show and there's people that actually know me or know my music, with my bros and Ziploc are the main two requested songs.
Okay, so what y'all thinking then? In the comments, make sure y'all comment if you want to have TPE TAZZ come perform with my bros on the podcast live. I think that would be pretty fire. So let us know what y'all thinking out there.
Right, y'all want to see him come perform? Let us know. Like it up.
Yeah, Chop asks, what rappers have you met?
Famous rappers.
Not even famous. Whoever stands out to you. You feel me?
All right, well, we can start local. You feel me? Local rappers. I've met essentially like all the big name Baltimore rappers. I used to intern at Pimpin' Beat Studio. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard of that. That was at one point that was like one of the hottest studios in Baltimore. Like all the artists came through. Like BFL, Breezy, and the two little young niggas, Breezy and Corey. That I actually engineered a couple of one of the like poppin' songs.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? I done met TSO Tato. I did a song with him. Ziploc was actually originally with him, but things didn't go as planned, so I ended up releasing it with just my verse. But that I done met Young Moose. I done met President Davo, Stars, all of them. And honestly, like they all run with my girl's cousin, so like I've always been connected with, you feel me? Like ever since I like stepped foot in the music game in Baltimore, like I realized how many people I was already connected with.
Right, like, without even knowing it, like
you feel me? And then one like my engineer, he was the one that was giving me my internship. Like he was the one that was training me on everything when I was doing the internship at the studio. He now works at Hitman Studio, architect. You feel me? So whenever I go through that shit with him, I'm seeing all the big name artists that come through. You feel me? I done met Getrich, you feel me? All of them.
Wow.
And then we can go as far as Down, everybody that we done met through Wisdom Court, you feel me? I done met y'all, you feel me?
Right.
I'll never forget our first show when we saw y'all. Like I still to this day, bro, I still want to do a track with you. I never forget that.
Let's get it.
I know it's been some time, you feel me, and we ain't been in contact like that, but nah, I still stand on that. Like,
hell yeah, let's get it.
You feel me?
Let's get it.
But yeah, I done met a whole bunch of different people. Because it wasn't cool, I met Ja Rule. You feel me? That was actually
that's cool.
That was actually the day I met Billy and got introduced to Wisdom Court.
Cool. Wow.
And you met Ja Rule.
And he's like, here's Ja Rule.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. It's because they were opening up for him at Soundstage. So a friend of mine, I had just made a post on Facebook like, yo, I'm trying to work with any like local upcoming artists. You feel me? Like let's both get this money. This girl I went to school with that I didn't even know she was listening to my music. She hit me up and was like, yo, hit up J Money. He worked with this team called Wisdom Court.
Shout out to J Money. That's my homie right there.
You feel me? So I hit him up and he was like, yo, we got a show this weekend at Soundstage. Come out here, come show some love. I'll introduce you to Billy. So come out there. You feel me? Anybody that knows Billy Live, y'all know how he is when you catch him at an event. He'll say what's up to you, and then you turn around for a second, he gone. You ain't about to
right.
He's in the crowd.
High vibe, bro. He's observing, doing his thing.
Like, just imagine me being somebody that he don't know. You feel me? Just coming up to him like, "Oh, ain't you Billy Live?" And he's looked at me like he just can't even say nothing.
Right. Cause he's like, is this a good or bad confrontation?
Right.
You feel me? So I had to break it down real quick to him before he walked off, because he just had that look in his eye like he was just about to.
Yeah, like I'm out.
So I'm like, all right, boom, look. My homegirl told me to hit up J-Money. Got introduced to J-Money. J-Money told me to catch you on the move, introduce myself to you. So what's up? I'm TPE TAZZ. Then he was just like, all right, hit me up on Facebook. I'll talk to you about the show. And that was that. That's how I got into all of this.
Yeah, facts.
Comments is going crazy.
What are they saying?
Just gotta say it.
Oh, shit.
So they saying a lot of stuff.
Oh shit.
They said they still trying to hear with my bros. They said, "Yo, Demon XV said Daddy Taz." Bro. Somebody said, "Bro, leave." LOL. Then they said Daddy Taz again. Yo, bro, what's up with my monkeys? Y'all making Taz look bad. Okay, let me just stop reading these comments. they being goofy in the comments, y'all.
Yeah,
but basically, you got people supporting you.
Yeah, those are all that's my little gaming crew. You feel me?
Oh, so they trolling you and doing all that shit.
All right, shout out to y'all for tuning in to tonight's episode. For sure.
Yeah, for showing love,
Shit,
keeping the comments loud.
Since I started my channel, like I met them and somebody else's GTA lobby, and they was like, "Yo."
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, I'm about to start doing my own shit." Like they was like, "All right, well, this shit bullshit, so we about to come fuck with you."
Okay.
You feel me? And
shout out to y'all.
Ever since then, they've been rocking with me. That's been the family. So
they like Tazzy boy.
Emojis and comments just keep flying in. So they loving you in the comments, but. All right, y'all. So listen, we said a lot of good stuff tonight.
Yes.
We still got one more segment right after this, so we're gonna just kind of wrap up this interview. And I want to ask you, like, you know, what is it that you want to leave the people with?
What's your takeaway? You know, what you want to leave the people with?
Man, no matter what anybody says in life, just be yourself, be you. You feel me? Do everything to the fullest. Like,
facts.
The energy that you put into waking up every day. Keep that same type energy all day throughout anything. You feel me? Just keep it going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, whatever anybody thinks don't fucking matter.
You feel me? Like that's facts. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
That's
right.
You feel me? That's what it is for me.
Cool.
Like, I'm about business.
Now I know you had some of those customized shoes or something with you. I know you probably want to show the people before we head out and shit.
These are a little done up, but this is my very first pair of custom Air Forces I ever did. And I actually did this for one of my first big shows. It was
it says Trap Pack on the front.
Yeah.
And you paint all that?
Yep.
Oh shit.
I hand painted this.
That's dope.
I love customizing Air Forces. They're my favorite ones to do. This is a pair that I'm working on right now.
Ooh.
That one's super tough. Yeah.
So I know y'all can't really say it like that, but it says I am who I am. So I wanted to. You feel me? Since I'm bringing back my clothes,
fire, bro.
Alonso gonna be rocking them.
Yeah, I'm about to get a pair of these shit.
You feel me? So eventually, the goal with my custom kicks is like to eventually be actually selling. You feel me? Shoes that I done went out and bought, custom design. You feel me? Put them back out there for y'all to buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love making art. You feel me? I love, you feel me, capturing a vision. You feel me? And it being there forever. You feel me? Like,
and the fact that you're like I don't know shit about customizing shoes and shit and stuff like that, but that looks pretty fucking good. You feel me?
See, it's not done yet, but you feel me? I wanted to still have something to show y'all. You feel me? This is what I'm working on right now. My current project. You feel me? So,
shit, I might have to hit you up for some customized Air Forces.
Comment form. I am what I am. I love that, man. I love that. So definitely bring that back, man. It's good.
Thank you.
I got this saying that says, you know, never limit yourself to what you can do. And you, my brother, are a true definition.
Yeah, you are a true example of that.
I just want to salute you. Keep grinding, keep doing what you do, man.
Appreciate appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I know I'm where I'm supposed to be at, so that's the plus. It's going past what I thought because, you know, I'm old, so I got to go to bed if I got to work in the morning. But to hear you say when you go on stage, you have fun. I needed to hear that because I perform this weekend, next weekend, as a matter of fact, and I'm not comfortable with it. You know what I mean? It's not, I haven't found my smooth rhythm yet. You know what I mean? So I needed to hear your comfortability. It made me feel comfortable. You gave me some inspiration, man, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad I could help. The one thing I can say, you feel me, as far as like being uncomfortable, you feel me, with performing, like, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm still not comfortable with my performances. You feel me? Like, it's, you can ask my girl, like, even coming here, you feel me, my anxiety was kicking my ass. You feel me? Like, and then, you feel me, even you can just imagine how much worse it is actually getting ready for a show to be on stage. You feel me? Like, but it's, only thing I can say is go out there and have fun.
That's right.
And like going off of that too, right? Like when you go out there and you do it, you're not even gonna think about it.
Yeah.
There's been so many situations, like you said, where I've been to a show and it's just like, man, I don't even want to go. I'm tired as fuck. I haven't even eaten yet, or my nerves are off. I feel like I'm about to have a seizure. I'm shaking. Like I'm nervous, anxiety. Like, you know what I mean? But then the second I grab that mic and the second that beat comes on and the second I start rapping and shit or doing my thing,
you win it.
I'm not hungry. I'm not nothing. I'm energetic. I'm in my zone. I'm like, and then after I'm just like, whoa, like did I just do that?
Nah.
You know what I mean? And that's what matters.
Yeah.
I think, and just one more thing, just as far as like someone who enjoys like seeing other people express themselves through their music and stuff like that, and I mean like any caliber, you know what I'm saying? Because my family isn't from here, so like I'm kind of used to a different kind of, like our music artists are just a little different, you know, and they're kind of like more like I do, hey, how you doing? You know,
right.
Kind of thing. So I think for me, like when I'm going out and I'm seeing like, you know, anybody performing and stuff like that, I like to see y'all like figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Some people like actually appreciate the nuances of you trying to figure out what that flow is, or you switching it up so that you can like kind of see, okay, well maybe this one might work with this song. You know what I'm saying? So don't be too hard on yourself. I'm sure you'll do the music.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy because like I never thought of it from that perspective. Me being an artist, you know what I mean? I'm not thinking of it like from that perspective of like, you know what I mean? Like people are looking at us like that. You know what I mean? Shit.
And also very inspiring too, because the fact that y'all can even get up there and do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people can't do that at all. Even psych themselves up to get ready to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a talent that y'all all have that is definitely appreciated.
Well, shout out to them.
All right, guys, last comment.
I'm gonna add one thing to that because I think it was great from what everybody said, and I think it all comes together as one thing. As I actually said at the beginning, I tour manage. I'd never been on tour before. The first week I was on tour, they threw me so as a tour manager in electronic, you have to set the mixer up for them. They don't want to go be seen before, and they put me in Salt Lake City in front of 15,000 people.
And was
I
like
walk
set
out
up
there and I'm sitting up there scared. I don't want to be here. And then like for a while when I was on tour, like we were touring big cities, Avalon and Los Angeles, and I was scared every week. I just couldn't get past it. And then finally I realized, I'm like, wait, what do all of us do in the music industry for, in any industry? We do it so people that had a hard week, they go out and enjoy themselves. We're not doing it for ourselves. I mean, a lot of times we say, I'm doing it for myself, I'm doing it for myself. No, at the end of the day, you're consumers who you're doing it for. So you gotta go beyond yourself and shake those nerves and know at the end of the day, they're there for a good time. You mess up, they're probably not even gonna notice.
It turned up anyways.
You are the entertainment and always know your worth, but also at the same time know that these people are there to support you, having a good time, and mistakes happen.
And they want to see you have a good time as an artist. You know what I mean? Because the more confident you are as an artist, they feel confident. You know what I mean? Because it's like your progression and your artistry people want to feel a part of that. People want to feel like they had something to do with, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm a fan. Like, you know what I mean? I shared, I did this, and I had, you know, something to do with his progression to the top. Like, people like that, you know what I mean? And as a fan or as an artist, you want to make sure that you have your fans, you just bring them on the ride. You know what I mean? You want to slowly just bring them on to what you're doing in whatever way possible, and just make them feel included.
My one thing that I would say though, no matter what you do, even if you mess up, keep going.
Keep going. Yeah,
keep doing that shit.
Keep going. Right. Cause like, especially for the people that have never heard your music and this is their first time seeing you, you feel me? And I've learned that they aren't gonna know. And then even still, the people that do know, like my girl has been in the studio with me when I recorded most of my songs. You feel me? So when she's at the shows and she's recording my performances, and I at the end of the performance, she like, oh babe, you did good, you did amazing. I'm like, nah, I messed up. Like I messed up like a bunch of times. She was like, on what part? So you feel me? I tell her pull up the video, and I'll be like, look, right there, right there, right there. That.
So I said, just play around with it. It's a beautiful experience for everybody, honestly.
You feel me? And I mean, it's easy to forget. You feel me? Like, and that's the one thing a lot of people don't want to give us credit for. Like, especially as an artist, like you're writing multiple songs, and people are expecting you to remember each one of these songs word for word. Do you feel me? So and if you ask me, if I see somebody mess up on a couple words, I ain't about to discredit you for your performance. You feel me? Because like my biggest fear was getting on stage and not knowing or not remembering any of my words. And I'm not gonna lie, like I went all the way to Miami and did that. Wow. You feel me? Like I got too high, you feel me? And it was hot. We performing outside. You feel me? So I got on stage and I'm all hype. As soon as I get on stage, I said my first line and then forgot everything else.
So and take risks, man. Take risks.
But everybody there, they couldn't tell. You feel me? Like they thought that, you feel me, I was just doing the ad-libs for the song. They thought that, you feel me, it was my boy TSN Slade, shout out to him. You feel me? They thought that it was just him on the whole track. Until I went and did a solo track and did the same thing. You feel me? But I realized, like, at the end of it, it ain't that bad. You feel me? Like you on
it's
stage.
It's a journey.
Yeah, like you live and you learn. You feel me? If you don't learn from your mistakes, then yeah.
Round of applause for that, y'all. Now, not to be the you know what I'm saying, moderator, but listen, we've been here way over time, and I love it. I was here all night and talk with y'all. It would be great, but we do have someone in the booth ready to perform. So, first of all, I want to say thank you again to TPE TAZZ. Round of applause for him. I gotta say thank you to everybody in our live audience for participating tonight. Y'all had great energy and feedback, so shout out to all of y'all.
Shout out to everybody at home tuning in.
Shout out to everybody at home tuning in. I want to make a comment that this is a positive environment only, so if you are in the comments being negative, this may not be the show for you, but we appreciate everybody's feedback on the videos and all the love that TPE TAZZ was getting to. So again, shout out to everybody for tonight's episode. But
it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. We got a live performer in the booth actually getting ready right now to kill it.
Yes. Fire music. Please give it up for the one and only Joshua Cadence.
I can feel it in my soul. Something going on. Start my growth. Soon as nightfall, wish I could speed off in a boat. I'd rather be out on the ocean if I gotta be alone. I said, baby, what you say now? I used to wanna hang around, and every time I call your phone, you say that you better now. Guess that's what I get for trying to get over you so fast. I gave you my shoulder, but I gave it to you cold. Guess that's the deal when you get grown. Try your face and just move on. No more sending toxic texts, you learn your worth and reach your goal. And you stop accepting less than. Open up every closet, confront the mess and realize you're blessed then. You can do bad by yourself, you don't need no cess. See, it take courage to believe in love. After heartbreak, find a well of love for yourself so you can face the day. Ain't no room, ain't no pyramid built up in the day. Guess that's what you told yourself, but I don't know cause I'm in pain. Always told her I love you so much, I can let you go. It hurt me like hell, but I felt better when I went alone. Now you good, smile up on your face, feeling normal now. Used to leave your text on red, now I'm the one who's reaching out. Deleted the text, deleted the pics, don't think I got anything left. You was so cute when you got mad, you be wildin' for respect. I know you love me still, that's what you told me, you said you always will. But now you showing that love from a mighty long distance, I gotta swallow that pill for real. I know that we were supposed to end, so why does it feel like we wasn't? There was a time where I thought you were supposed to be with Joshua Cadence up buzzing. I was just wasting my time in the pettiest battles, I wouldn't pick over nothing. You were my friend, wish I protected your heart like I was your only brother. Whenever they see me, women in love, kisses and hugs. Some girls that favor I dream a genie. Come easy till it becomes a drug. In the dressing room on a sneak tip, not in the pub. Yeah, that's the life that I used to dream about. And now I be talking Jesus, that's who I be about. I people taking over and need a one more member, but I refuse to be the one to make it even out. Will I need them once I'm famous? Who will I keep around into that painful process of elimination? So just watching you giving the invitation, they can very well be the cause of your team's infiltration. In a sick-filled nation, the big bills dictate the way we interact with one another. Listen to these facts, utilize what you taught. I know you looking through brutal eyes because of the way that you fought to survive. But no matter how you try, some things you can't revive. Let it die and make you better with the rest of your time. Cause life is too short, time flies. I'm having nightmares of the dreams money can buy. I'm in my room trying to recollect the previous days. Give me a headache for which I use a leave to evade. That's the effects of being in a small city full of Lizzie McGuire's, Gordons, and Ethans all day.
Trying to find my way, but I can't see. I've been up late, getting no sleep, and it's traumatizing. These pictures in my mind, and I just want peace, can't sleep. Lord, please save me. Ooh, but should I choose for destiny?
I say pushing my buttons, setting off my previous ways, which don't really connect to who I'm being today. And to be honest, that's how most human beings get played, trying to be someone they not know most on the room for a change. I'm moving today, but you in my way. I need you to move. I'm trying to see the sun, but I got blue in my rays. I've been losing my way, trying to get asthmatic money is blue in the face. No room in the bank, I'm doing my thing, ayy, but I'm losing my brain. I'm misusing my strength. Social incline for my soul's decline. I didn't know the price would be this high. I done lost foundation, jocking style from my apprentices. I've forgotten what it really means to be authentic. How in the world the teacher end up sitting in detention? Lost what it mean to really be authentic. All in the name of pride slipping. It come before the fall like the summer days. If you built up anything at all, it just go to waste. Y'all don't like it when I speak that truth, so skip the track and hear somebody else line the booth. I'm out. Can't do that, man. It ain't me, nah, it ain't me. Palestine, to these people.
I can't get no sleep, had these crazy dreams. Waking up at 3, what is this supposed to mean? Oh yeah, oh yeah,
oh yeah.
Grandma's telling me, mama keep telling me,
and that I need to put it in the hands of God. I'll finally try. And now I'm seeing the light in the darkness. bring the money, money bring the problems. I look up to God, cause I know He gonna solve them. I ain't worried, yeah, I ain't worried. I said dreams bring the money, money bring the problems. I look up to God, cause I know He gonna solve them. I ain't worried. Yeah. She will always. I done learned something about commitment. Yeah. I done learned something about commitment. I done learned something about staying and just praying while we changing. Ain't nothing like finding out somebody you can change with. You come with that Holy Spirit energy I bang with. Shut these demons down when we come around. Thought I never find you, I got favor now. I got peace now. Ain't been in these streets for a while. All that waiting, it was worth my while. No, I thought I never find you. God said that it was time to. I'll be forever grateful that I'm loving you. And on top of that, you love me too. I thought I never find you. God said that it was time to. I'll be forever grateful that I'm loving you. And on top of that, you love me too. We gon' change this world together. We gon' tell the world about how I say it better. On the block in the church, no, we gon' share whatever. I love you for a while, but I was scared to tell you. Got me asking God these questions like, why it takes so long to find you? You ain't got a clue about what these hoes done put me through. But I can't lie, I got a few bodies too. Broke a couple hearts way before you. My friend be thinking I'm slipping, these girl be thinking I'm tripping. What kind of weed they be smoking, what kind of drinks they be sipping. Sweet thing, just to think of you dipping. But had me with the blues so hard, you would think I was crippin'. I'm tryna lay back in the snooze, sit on the stoop and watch these people with you. I came in this world alone, but girl, I'm tryna leave it with you. God came down and blessed me, I ain't even need no sneezing tissue. How you feel about these initials? I'm tryna be official, girl. And I want you, and I need you all around me, round me, yeah. And I love you, I do need you.
Cadence! Make some noise for that man, yo! Fire!
Fire.
Super fire.
Everything today was fucking fire.
Yes! Fire! I hit myself in the face. Woo!
Now give me a paper cut.
Right. Sorry about that. Again, another round of applause for Joshua Cadence. Yes!
One for the audience.
For the audience. For Too Hot, Too Heavy.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Joshua Cadence. So where can they find your music?
At officially, you can find my social links at officially.cadence on Instagram.
Officially.cadence on Instagram.
Officially.cadence on Instagram, and then just Joshua Cadence on all streaming platforms. That's YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Tidal, all of that.
Joshua Cadence on all platforms. Y'all heard it first.
Shout out to him again, man. Fire! Yo, and shout out to Joshua Cadence. Shout out to TPE TAZZ. We had some amazing guests tonight.
We had people from PA, right? Baltimore. You know what I mean? We got people in Hagerstown, West Virginia in the building. Like, damn. Okay, let's get it.
That's what CKG Sound's all about.
Right, just connecting people.
Yes, and listen, tonight's been a great episode. Thank y'all again so much for interacting in the crowd and online. Please, if y'all have music videos that you'd like to submit, send them to CKG Sound. Send them to CKG Entertainment.
Yeah, I was
LLC
like, wait, what?
At gmail.com.
Yes,
Basically hit us up. Send us your videos, okay? We showcase people for free. This is what we love to do.
Yeah, and we do this once a month, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, if you want to perform, you want to interview, or you just want to have your music video on the show, hit us up.
Yes, and until next time, y'all, this has been CKG Sound, and see y'all next time.
Let's get it.
I got me some paper, boy.